Monkeys
100
flew
of them.
out.
It was too much shit
Eh,
in that story. It didn't make sense.
right. They
I
try
put
to
up the
cover it up
video.
so fast.
We got like 40 views when I put it back up. Our old video.
Hey, where did the dude?
I live
That lady
streamed it.
is.
Matter of fact, it was a live stream. I had people listening live.
Are we live now?
No,
Says
but
some of your
Yep.
destinations
Yeah,
have
we live
errors.
now, man.
Yo,
oh, we are.
Ori, what's up with you? Yes, what's up with you? Open
All right.
ENT.
I
What's
say
good
peace of
with you?
benedictions, man.
Ashe, Ashe.
No, we back at this again, man. This shit is crazy, man. They got this monkeypox shit. You know what I mean? Let me try to start this my arrow dance real quick. Hold up. I ain't got no arrow dance.
Ori, yeah,
I
for
try to
sure.
set up my Instagram John real quick on the program shit. That John
Right.
lagging a little bit, but all right.
Okay,
It's telling me
okay.
that I don't want to start.
Keep going. I'm gonna go check the sound on YouTube. I'm gonna mute
So all right,
myself.
Okay.
we going in on this shit right here, man. Yo, look at this shit right here, man.
Right.
Let's blow up the screen. We blow up the screen. It's 1701, 501, you know what I'm saying, Eastern Standard Time. We going in right here.
Yep. 201 Pacific Standard
So
Time.
right now, while all these distractions and bullshit is going on, they do the who has sovereignty over your body? That's the
Right.
question. You know what I'm saying? So they got this whole straightened World Health Organization preparedness for response to health emergencies. You know, they running this program, and they've right now they voting on 194 countries. You know, the sovereignty of your health and whether they're going to turn it over to the World Health Organization. So what that means is that if it's another scamdemic, you know what I'm saying, then
Right.
these people are the ones who going to set the laws and set the precedents to be like, all right, well, these people can have guns, or these people
Doug.
can come outside, or these people can catch the plane, and you know what I'm saying. So they be the ones that we answer to, basically. So that's what they
Right.
voting on right now. You know what I'm saying? And they got all this distraction shit going on, just like in the beginning of the week they had the ball fighting at the airport and shit. Former was a former NFL player fighting
Yeah.
at the, you know what I'm saying? You know, so they
Right.
just lined the distractions up. They got what's the other ball they got in the news? Johnny Depp. Remember you had his hat on the other day? You had the Johnny
Yep.
Depp. He in court. He in court right now. Defamation shit. Everybody watching that shit. You know what I mean? They think they try to hit him for
Right.
like $50 million or something crazy. You know,
Right.
just a whole bunch of nut shit. You know, a whole bunch of distractions. You know, so I wanted to go through this slide right here. That's you know, straight from these people deaths. You know, so let's go through this shit real quick of what's going on and shit before we double back into this monkeypox shit, because that's where all the shit tied back into the same
Right.
story that we broke to you in January. And this story happened January 21st, and exactly 4 months later, on May 21st, you know, we start hearing stories about the monkeypox situation. So, you know, this story, they're like what we told y'all, you know, that this story could be something, it might be nothing, you know, but we reported it anyway, you know, and it
Right.
blew up to this shit now, you know. So now they talking about this monkeypox shit, and you know, it being sexually transmitted or airborne and all this other fly shit. So, you know, we're gonna get into this shit. You know what I mean? I don't know if you can you see this? Can you see this on the screen? Can you see that on the screen right there?
Yep. Yep. I can see it.
All right, cool. So I just wanted to I gotta pull it up right here on the screen, making big, you know. But if you want to read that, you can. You know, I started if you want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, you can start it. You can start it, then I'll be able to see it then.
The proposal for academics to the international health regulations. So this is a document. Just to be clear, this is a document from the, April 12th of this year. You know what I mean? So they talking about, you know, regulations from 2005. You know what I mean? So
Right.
again, predicated malevolence. You know, they getting their shit off, getting their ducks in a row. You know what I mean? While we
Right.
ain't paying attention. You know, the director general has the honor to submit to the Health Assembly for the consideration in accordance with paragraph 1, Article 55 of the International Health Regulations, 2005. Proposal for amendments for the regulations received from the United States of America pursuant to she said, provision C, Amex. 2.
All right.
In accordance, in accordance with paragraph 2, Article 55, International Health Regulations 2005, Director General communicated the text of proposal and for academics and to the state parties to regulations on 20 January 2022. So January
Yeah,
20th,
I'll take number 3.
2022
Right, I'll take
via
3.
circuit. Can you see that? Is it far? Can
Yeah,
you blow
via
that up?
circular letter. Yep, I got it blown up now. All right, I'll take
Okay.
number 3. All right, pursuant to paragraph 3 of Article 55 of the International Health Regulations 2005, any amendments to the regulations adopted by the Health Assembly would come into force for all states parties on the same terms and subject to the same rights and obligations as provided for in Article 22 of the Constitution of the WHO and Articles 59 to 64 of the International Health Regulations 2005. Action by the Health Assembly, number 4. Now, before I even get to that part, I know the 55, 59, 64, and also 22 have numbers that are associated that you fill me in on. But I do know
Right.
that those were numbers that popped
We've
up
been
in
banging.
things.
Right. We've been banging y'all over the head, exposing these same numbers for like the past month and a half now. You know what I'm saying?
Right,
55, 59, 64. You know, all
right.
numbers having to do with Freemasonry. You know what I mean? So even like
22.
later on in the show, we're gonna show how they had the Non-Human Primate Act that was Article 42. Now, of course, you know, 42 is the number that's stamped on black people along with 59, and they call
Right,
black people monkeys and shit. So it's not a coincidence that these things is like this, you know. So like,
right,
you know, let's go through this slide. This most of this is you know, fluff. You know, this is the annex that they were talking about right here. This is 15,
right,
I think it's 15, yeah, 13 slides in here, 13-page slide. So, you know,
right.
we can run through this real quick, you know.
Righteous.
Um,
Yeah, notice it was in
go back.
Geneva. It wasn't nowhere in California or somewhere where somebody else could have talked about it or where you could have another human that could, you know what I mean, partake or even, you know, they never even check with us, run it up the email chain or something. What's up with you? We got 3 folks that's visible, angry
Hey, real
biracial. What's
quick,
up with
yo,
you?
before you go, uh, the Czech Republic and Slovenia just reported cases of monkeypox too. So that's 18 countries altogether.
Right. Now, they started off saying it was 12 countries, 92 cases in 12 countries. So now what is up to like over 118, 18 countries and over 100 now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So just
yeah,
staying up to date. You know what I mean? So what you see, this was in a Geneva conference, you know, 20, January 20th, 2022. You know what I mean?
right.
So, you know, they just running through their shit. So I'm going to skip to the next slide. All right. So number 4-22, the permanent mission of the United States of America to the United Nations office and other international organizations in the Geneva presents its compliments to the World Health Organization, the WHO. So the just for short, that's what we're gonna refer. That's what the World Health Organization is, acronym WHO for short. So we'll be referring to them as WHO. You know what I mean? And
Right,
and it refers to the International Health Regulations, the IHR 2005, in accordance with Article 55(1) of IHR 2005. The United States of America is proposing amendments of IHR. The mission means of this note, in accordance with the Article 55. You know, they do a lot when they write these things. I want to say when they write these things, they do a lot of this fluff where it's like they repeating the same shit over again, over and over. They just, I'm
right,
saying it's long, draw it out. And this a lot of reason they do that is to deter you from even reading it, you know, because
right,
you're reading the same things over and over again. You know what I mean? But in the
right,
amends and stated parties of 4 months before the 75th World Health Assembly. So they doing this to get ready for the World Health Assembly. So I'm gonna skip ahead, because a lot, as you can see, a lot of this is fluff, but this is an official document, dealing with this particular subject. You know what I mean?
I just learned
Submission
something.
of. Say it again.
No, I just learned that there's another spot where you can open up this damn what's this called backwood. Random. Go ahead. My bad.
Look, we trying to learn something. You know what I mean?
Right.
Mhm.
For sure.
So let's run through this slide. But but basically we know what this is. And if anybody want to get this document, feel free to reach out. But this is just going into detail of the different compliances of the committee and all that.
Yep.
But you see
Peace,
this is
Doug.
set out, early on. So
Right.
I mean, we're gonna dip into this whole monkey situation,
This
monkeypox
monkey
shit,
business.
right? This monkey business.
Right.
We called this shit early on. Now now you see that article was from 2005. Now I want to show you this right here. This is an article from Time Magazine. And if you look
Right.
at the date up top, it's from what is that? Can everybody see the date? That's from
April
April,
22nd.
right,
22nd.
2002. They see how they
Right.
playing with the numbers, right? You see how they playing with them twos, right?
Mm-hmm.
They issued that Geneva article on the 20th, 2022. This Time Magazine article is that April? Yeah, April
Yep.
22nd, 2022. Wow. You know what I'm saying? Human
Yep.
guinea pigs.
2002.
How medical testing
Right.
has turned millions of us into human guinea pigs. Now, this is what they put on Time Magazine, what, 20 years ago, right?
Mm-hmm.
Again with the twos,
To the
Real
day.
quickly, y'all. Another nation. I'm watching updates. Just reported a case of monkeypox. The UAE, United Arab Emirates. Just so you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they over
A few
there
minutes
doing them.
ago.
Monkeypox. Now, monkeypox, smallpox, chickenpox, all in the same family, herpes in the herpes family.
Right.
So, like
Right.
when we broke this story, we was talking about. Now, we probably might get into some clips, some receipts, as they say, where we
Right.
talked about these things. But they all in the herpes family. We talked about that. There was a possible scare to a B virus, and this B
Yep.
virus was the herpes simplex B. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? In other
We've never
words,
heard of.
monkeypox. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right.
this is all in the same family. So that's why you see like these pox, if you will, that are like clusters. You know what I'm saying? Cluster blisters. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Just like you would see with with the with chicken pox.
Chicken
You
pox.
know what I'm saying?
Right.
So here's a comparison of chicken pox and monkeypox. Now these people, they got some real bad case of
Disclaimer.
monkeypox on the left right
Right.
here. Now on the right, that's supposed to be chicken pox. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
You're gonna
what
see
is the
some
difference between
some.
monkey? You can go
Yeah.
ahead and read that right there if you want.
Okay. Well,
Monkeypox.
yeah, and throughout the stream, you're going to see some disturbing images. So know that, if you don't want your kids, no, just straight up, just giving a disclaimer, that if you don't want your kids to see some shit that, may be disturbing and cause nightmares, or, you know what I mean, if you got a sensitive situation where you don't like horror movies, it's going to get into some pictures and shit that, may be disturbing. So we do got to put that
Right.
disclaimer out there before we add
Yeah,
that on.
and we're not doctors, and we're not providing any medical advice. We're just presenting the
Right,
news. You know what I mean?
right. Just,
And this
and it
is
sucks that we got to,
obviously for fair use, intellectual, educational purposes only. You know what I mean? Get all them disclaimers out there all in one whop. You know what I mean? But
there it is.
monkeypox is usually a mild illness with initial symptoms causing fever, headache, muscle aches, back aches, chills, and exhaustion. Now, when any virus or pathogen, anything like that enters your body, these are the first symptoms that you're going to see: headache, feet, muscle ache, because all of your white blood cells and all basically your defense system is conversion on this threat. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So what ultimately leads to your body, going through these different motions, and then you being exhausted because of all of these things that's going on, and inside your body. You know what I mean? While many symptoms also appear to people with infected with chickenpox, swollen nose are distinctive features of
Right.
monkeypox,
Doug.
which are present in chickenpox. So swollen nose is like behind the back of your ear. You got your lymph nodes. When them joints is like swollen, that's you know your body is really engaged in war, basically. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Right.
it's the same thing with any illness, like what it says here. The incubation period for monkeypox can be 7 to 14 days. Just like the blowfish shit. You know what I mean? Symptoms of chickenpox can take up to 16 days to appear, according to the U.S. Center of this. I mean, basically, the people, alphabet people. So,
Right.
basically, they're saying right here that chickenpox take a little longer to show up. You know what I mean? Monkeypox is on the scene in 7 to 14 days, where chickenpox take a little longer. You know what I mean? So,
Yep.
these are the differences, between chickenpox, but then there's also the similarity with the whole shingles situation, which we're gonna get to. You know what I mean?
Right. Right.
So anybody want to read that right there?
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
take
Yeah. Yeah.
turn.
For sure. What you said, however, already, or we had monkeypox symptoms.
The
We
following
had
the following monkeypox infection and rash initially is similar to
it's
chickenpox,
I
usually
got you.
occurs within one to 3 days
Three
of the
days.
fever. The rash goes through several different
Several.
stages. First development, you got the next one. First development into the papulus, the fluid-filled populace before forming a scab and falling off. So that's a little pus, little ball shape that you're saying. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Like hollow.
Right.
Them
Yeah,
gelatin balls people be
just type
drinking
of,
on.
if you ever seen, like if you Google a herpes infection and look at herpes and shit, it look the same way. You know what I mean?
Yep. You can Google shingles. Now, moving right along. However, a chickenpox rash and forms in different ways to monkeypox. Spots do not develop uniformly in a chickenpox rash, appearing at different times. Monkeypox lesions, however, appear and develop at the same time. Monkeypox symptoms usually last between 2 to 4 weeks. Some strains can cause severe illness, with recent fatalities recorded at 3 to 6%, according to the WHO. And the fuck gave them permission to do that? Chickenpox symptoms can last up to 2 weeks, but usually subside in 7 days. For sure.
Right. Now, just
Right.
like that commercial, like if you ever seen that commercial, they'd be like, if you ever had if you ever had chickenpox, then the shingles virus is inside you. You know what I mean?
Right.
So,
Right.
they got the whole monkeypox situation, similar
Right.
to the
What's up
same
with
way.
you?
You know what I mean? So like,
Right.
so you see in this, they're gonna show you this connection between the shingles and the monkeypox. So on the left right here is the chickenpox, and on the right, this is a photo from 1970. Because of course, they've been doing this thing for a long time. So this is a photo
Right.
from 1970 of a monkeypox outbreak in Africa. You know what I mean?
Right. See how
And
they try to
anybody,
light skin the person and make them not look black.
right?
For real.
Anybody want to care to elaborate on that? You know what I mean?
Right.
The monkeypox looks a lot worse. I've never had chickenpox, but I've been around entire families that had it, and man, they looked like they were going through hell, man. Scratching all day
Yep.
long, making it worse.
Copper, Copper Goddess, what's up with you?
So if
Let's.
monkeypox is worse, this is something you don't want going around. But they're
But
Right.
saying
like,
this is nothing airborne. This comes through contact. But I don't know
well,
if
they're
it can be
trying to
like
say that
left.
it's airborne.
Hmm.
They trying to say it's
Oh yeah.
airborne.
Yep. For 90
Well,
minutes, we got to slide on that. We
well,
coming right up on that.
that's crazy because they got articles on here that's saying it's not airborne.
Right?
Of
Yeah,
course.
yeah. But they trying to. That's why I said they're trying to say that. And that's the whole push.
Right.
Same thing with the blowfish shit. They try to push to say that shit is airborne for what? So you gotta
Right.
so they can do their protocol shit. Do your distance thing where stand on the mark and put your face diaper on and stay in the house. You know what I mean?
I
Right,
have an opinion.
Same
I have an
protocol.
opinion. Listen, guys, I have an opinion about what's going on too with all these distractions. I don't know if you guys been following this Michael Sussman trial, but
Ooh,
Robert Durham
see?
has his foot in his ass, and this is the biggest news in the world right now, for real, for real. This
Hey, that's
Sussman
crazy, and I
trial.
never heard neither one of them.
No, that's this. He's dealing with this
Well,
Clinton
well,
lawyer and that
well,
whole.
right now, the major news is the sovereignty of our health. That's not
Right,
the people. That's not even being talked about on mainstream media. So they got
Right.
all of
right,
these
right,
stories running. They got all these stories running baseline at the same time. For us
right,
to pick from. But under our nose, they got this whole situation brewing with this, alongside
right,
them voting to take our sovereignty health away. So
right,
if
right,
this situation boil over, like we've been saying, and we've been seeing this situation brew, we've seen this situation brew from a car crash to a lady get sick, to her taking some type of meds and going to a party, and the next thing we know, we see outbreaks of monkeypox. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now,
right, right.
is there any way that we could say that this woman is the cause of this? I'm
Right.
not sure. But
Patient
one thing
zero.
I do know is that she's disappeared. We'll get to that in a minute.
Yep.
So
Copper goddess.
let's get through this slide real quick. Um,
Right. Just
Basically
what's
this is
up,
just
Brethren?
they're
What's
talking
up?
about the different symptoms of monkeypox and all of that. We just went through that. So, this is same shit. So let's move along with this into the next one.
What's up with you?
So, all right, that's done. So, I got a couple
Ma-
slides, bear with us real quick. You know what I mean?
I ain't
So,
ready for work.
Shit,
but
you at work.
that's the crazy shit about doing
They
shit
claim
live.
pox
You know what
through
I mean?
middleman sex. Yep, exactly. We're gonna get into that too. Copper goddess was talking about that. They saying that the pox is spread through middleman sex. And
Well,
see what the
the
thing.
reason why they say that, the reason why they
Yep.
say it's spread through sex. Period. The reason why they're saying that is
Right.
because men on men they tend to not use contraceptives because they
Right.
rough riding. So what I'm saying, they go bareback up in the exit ramp. So it's that's why all sexually transmitted viruses have like run rampant in their community because of that whole bareback vibe. They ain't just broke back; they bareback too. You know what I mean?
No. Now. Uh huh. Yep. For
But
sure. Now.
this, what was you gonna say?
Oh no, I was looking at the monkeypox is a vaccine acquired shingles because of the increase in people having shingles. See that statement comes from the rampant increase in so many people catching shingles right now. You know what I'm saying? So they had to hurry up and which is the same similar shit to monkeypox, as they say.
Right.
Hey, y'all want to
And
hear this quick one from overseas, real quick?
Yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead.
Okay, all right. So the UAE, like I was telling you, United Arab Emirates, has become
yeah,
the first Gulf state to record a case of monkeypox. So you know what that is. The
they
Czech
consider
Republic
itself a
and
gulf.
Slovenia also reported their first cases on Tuesday, joining 18 other countries to detect the virus outside its usual Africa base. So that's 18 plus three more. That number is expected to rise further still, but experts say that overall risk to the general population remains low. Outbreaks of the virus have been found in Europe, Australia, and America. The symptoms often
But
include
how?
a fever and rash, but the infection is usually mild. In the UAE, health officials announced the case had been detected in a traveler who had recently visited West Africa. They blame everything on Africa.
Really?
Right.
Uh,
Right.
Hold
and
on.
is now
Only
receiving
sexually transmitted.
Authorities say that they are fully prepared to handle any outbreak, so they're fully prepared. You dig me? Adding that early surveillance protocols for detecting the disease were in place. I'm gonna stop right
Thank you,
there.
Copper Goddess. Yeah, thank you, Copper Goddess. because I didn't know what the
So
Durham
so now
situation was.
now all right. Now you got this situation where they say this shit, people who travel to Africa, and get this situation, and then they come back home. Now they shut the whole world down for a cold, a common cold. They wouldn't let
Right,
people leave, like, and go home to their countries and nothing. So, all right, if these people came in contact with monkeys, right, and just like how, like, when
right.
we broke this story initially, they
Peace.
said that these monkeys, like, Reese pointed out, that these monkeys get hit with all kind of diseases known to man just to see how they react to it. So these
Right,
diseased up monkeys that that are basically super dangerous. You know what I'm saying? They're not like regular natural monkeys. These are like super dangerous, drugged up, diseased up monkeys. So if
right.
people, why wouldn't you
Mad as
like
fuck.
be around them in the first place? Let alone, all right, this person is around them, and then you send them back home. You
Right,
put them on a plane and send them back to the UK. You know what I'm saying, or send them back wherever they from.
right.
No, man. Like even just like with the story, like remember when we were showing how they euthanized? They said they euthanized the monkeys. Remember they said that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Now later we're gonna show on the slide where the actual procedure of what they're supposed to do when there's a situation involving humans and monkeys and possible contamination. That's not what they're supposed to do. So what they told us, just what they told the world, that was something nice for people so people didn't have to ring the alarm. But
right,
have people know the proper protocol of which they're supposed to do when a human becomes in contact with these animals, then we would know
right,
that it's a super foul play. Just like you said in the video before. Where's all the TikTok videos at?
right.
Where's all the where's all the body cam footage from the cops and officers and first responders pulling up on the scene? You know what I'm saying?
Right,
How
right.
how
So
thirsty how thirsty is the world for viral moments? How thirsty
Right.
is everybody, right? And
Yep.
you got a
Where's all
hundred
the World
monkeys
Star
running
videos?
around and zero footage of it, and they're claiming that passerbys helped them round up 100 monkeys, and no one has a video.
But
Every
none of the
kid in every car would have had their phone out. Look what mom's doing, and cut it out, man. Cut it out.
yeah, and it was
yeah.
only this one
Remember?
lady. Like, remember we watched the shit and we was trying to figure out,
Right.
was it at nighttime or is it at daytime? And they had
Yep.
Michelle Fallon out there at night interviewing her. You
Right.
know what I'm
Right.
saying? Now
Right.
you see, like, remember the
Nose
picture right
dripping.
here? They took the pictures at
Right.
nighttime. So remember when they showed us
Right.
the boxes on the highway? That was in the morning
Right.
time. That was like bright
Right.
daylight. So what, y'all was out there
Right.
all night with the shit across the road all night?
They even had pictures of the
Right.
monkeys in the trees at night. They were shining lights on them at
Right.
Yeah.
night.
Right.
Remember from what they said. Remember what they said. It took them 3 hours to find three monkeys. Now, of
Mm-hmm.
course, remember
Right.
we know how they code shit with these numbers in the stories. 3 hours for
Right.
three monkeys, 33. So you know what I mean. We already know who you're speaking to when you say these things. So if it took you three
Right.
hours to find three monkeys in January in the dead of the
When
night,
four got away.
3 hours. Look, 3 hours into the dead of the night in January, it's still dark. We're not talking
Yep.
about May. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? We're not
Right.
talking about April. We're talking about January. So if it's nighttime, 3 hours into the night, it's still dark. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Right.
How
Should have
long
been
was y'all
snow.
out there after y'all found the monkeys, right? After they said they found these monkeys, well, how long was y'all out there with all this shit littered across the street before y'all
Right.
decided to clean it up?
And how'd they get
Clean the
those
shit
other
up
97 so quickly? The other 97, they were rounded up quickly. It took them
in
4
those
hours to get
boxes.
those other three.
Right.
Well,
The
they
four.
remember,
Remember?
remember,
She said.
remember the boxes was supposed to be had got broken open. The
A
one box
hundred of them.
got,
Right.
remember, it was a pod of four. It was a pod of four, and one pod was broken open. So all the other monkeys was
Yep.
secure, but the pod
Right.
that broke open, three of them
Sure
supposed to
did.
have got out the pod, and they shit and piss was all over the road. Now,
Right.
if it's shit and piss all over the road from these three pods, and not the other 97, that got to be a lot of shit and piss.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
From them
saying?
going from Africa all the way to
Yeah,
what was it?
like
Milwaukee. Yeah.
No, they were on their way to a
but you
research
telling me,
facility in
but you
PA.
telling me that three monkeys, right? These three monkeys this size, It had shit and piss that much inside their tanks that it was spread through. Only three of them spread across the whole road.
And that
And
lady
the
walked
lady
through
said,
it
remember the lady said she
enough to
walked
she
through the
walked
shit.
through it. Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
Oh, by
right?
the way, y'all, there were 14 children and one teacher in that school shooting.
Oh,
Oh yeah, the school shooting that just
why?
happened.
Why
Yeah,
did that
so right
Yeah.
happen?
now it's
Yeah,
two.
yeah, yeah.
Right now it's two school shootings going on in two different places in the country right now.
At the
But we're
same
gonna get to
time?
that.
One
Yeah, we're gonna
subway,
get to
one
that in a minute.
subway.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Wow, that's crazy, yo.
But this is the synopsis of the
But
crash right
why?
here. You know, well, we know why,
Like,
because they pushing for gun control, man. We know
right,
why.
right,
We
right,
can
right, right, right.
we can open that
I
can of
don't know
worms.
a
You
human. Yeah, yeah, yeah,
know
yeah.
what I
We're
mean?
gonna get to the can of worms.
We can open
Right.
that, John.
This
You know
crash
why?
occurred
Yeah.
as Unit 1 was traveling south on SR 54 East near its interaction with I 80. So it was at a junction. It happened
Right,
at a junction,
Yeah.
well, near a
Yeah.
junction. Near a junction.
Right.
So they playing with the.
They had to
All right.
explain. Ha-
Unit
right.
Have
1.
y'all seen the raw buffalo footage? Yes, we've seen the raw buffalo footage, but we
Yeah,
really
we
don't
got
want to
it. We
play
can't
that.
play it. We can't play it because
Yeah,
they took that. Look,
out of
the video
respect.
I did. We did a video on that. We did a 4 hour video on that in Malcolm X Day, and they banned it.
Damn.
You know, they banned it, so it's up there, but it's private. You know what I mean? So we gotta figure out
Yeah.
a way how to. Maybe we'll put it up on the website or something because you know how YouTube is.
It's
They banned the
hey,
video. You know what I mean?
but it's
But
on
we broke
Provenance.
that video. We broke that Buffalo situation all the way down. Shout out to Buffalo. Shout out to Shango. You know what I mean? Shout out
Yes.
to you know what I mean?
Sh- Kemet
All the
Flicks.
people on Black Time up there. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But we got some
Righteous.
inside scoop. We got some inside scoop knowledge on that situation. And we dropped, we did a 4 hour video on it, needless
I,
to say.
Yep.
So
I got a
It's on
question. I got
Twitter.
a
It's
question,
on
right?
Twitter. Yep.
In this little short article right here, it's saying Unit 1 and Unit 2. Does that mean that there were two trucks and that these two trucks crashed into each other? Because look at how this article is laid out.
right,
It's like
right.
they just crashed into each other.
Yeah, so
So,
Unit 2 continue to travel in north in direction, going off the road, striking what is that, a culvert? Unit 2 came to
Uh,
a final rest, facing north. Passenger 1 of Unit 1 sustained suspected minor injuries and
it
was
was
transported
transported.
to Ginseng Medical Center for treatment. So they
Right.
saying
Geisinger,
that the people crashed in Unit 1. I mean, in Unit 1, right?
they must be just calling like the cars Unit 1 and Unit 2 because of the police report. I don't. They might not have been
Unit
together.
1 was traveling north. Okay. All
Unit
right.
one.
So yeah, that's what they're doing. So Unit 1 is the trash truck. No, Unit 1 I'm assuming is the trash truck. And Unit 2 is the truck carrying the monkeys. Or maybe we got it
Probably.
backwards. But either way,
Right.
this truck wasn't even it wasn't even a secure truck. That's why they eventually uh they canceled that company, that was sending those monkeys from Africa because they sent them on some low budget shit. You know what I mean? Remember they
Right.
had like
Right. Right.
cardboard boxes. It was like monkeys in cardboard boxes with duct tape and shit.
Right.
Like
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Said it was three in the box before it got away. Three in the box
crazy, man.
before it got away. Yeah.
Monkeys
Yep.
in a
Cause
box
then,
with duct tape. Who the fuck? They ain't
yeah,
kittens. They ain't
with
like
no air
they
holes.
ain't no pit bulls, man. We talking about diseased monkeys,
With
God,
no air
crazy,
holes. Shitting from
crazy,
hella
man.
miles away, from Africa to where they stood.
Now, remember when they said they didn't know why they had these monkeys, and they like, oh well, we just got these monkeys and they sending them to America. We don't know why, but man, that's
Right. They
bullshit.
needed all those. Right.
Right?
Right.
They
Exactly.
needed that shit for the monkeypox shit. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They needed that shit for
Exactly.
the research on Blovid. They needed that shit for the research on their brains. We show how they put
Yeah.
the USB-C plug-in shit into their heads and
Uh
shit.
huh.
You know what I mean?
Uh huh.
So they
Uh huh.
know exactly why they had these monkeys. You know what I'm saying? And just like on a
Right.
side note, like I pointed out that you see it say Interstate 80. On a side note, I pointed out that 100 monkeys in gematria equals 80. Equals 80 and 59. You know what I'm saying? So 59, of
Uh-huh.
course, 59 and 42 is a stamp on black people in a negative way. You know what I'm saying? And Pennsylvania equals 80 also. You know what I'm saying? So it's not a coincidence that this shit happened. And they said this. Remember, they said this happened 150 miles from Pennsylvania. You know, I mean from Philadelphia. So they did. Why did they have
Right.
to? Why did they have to throw that in there? You know, did they
Right.
get us spooked out? You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
So now look, look. Now we're gonna get into the proper procedure of what they're supposed to do with these well, you know, what a first responder is supposed to do and what they're supposed to do with these monkeys right here. So anybody
Right.
care to read this right here?
Yeah, I
Read,
got you.
read,
I got you. Yeah, I got you. Yep. Let's see.
yeah, I got the. I mean, you can
Here.
read the whole thing if you want, but I got the two things highlighted that
Yeah.
you know that in particular. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. Okay. All right. These regulations, which can be found at 42 CFR
Right. Now, wait a
71.53.
minute. Let me just interject real quick. So
Mm-hmm.
this article is dealing with NPHs, and those are non-human primates. So I just want to be
Right.
clear. So where he started at right here, where it says these regulations can be found at 42
Mm-hmm.
RFC 42
CFR. Yeah. Yeah.
CFR. So
Got it.
so this document 42 is a document that's dealing with non-human primates. Remember
Right.
again how they put that stamp on black people in a negative way, how they say black people are monkeys and shit. So
Right.
and they use that number 42, like Martin's apartment number. You know,
Right.
go watch the show episode of Martin and just keep looking to see his apartment number. It's 42. You know, just like Jackie Robinson's number. You know, like they had that Jackie Robinson day where they had all the players wear 42. You know what I'm saying? And
Right.
all the
Right.
black
Right.
players
Right.
wearing 42. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
You know, just like Motown Records had came out in 59. You know what I'm saying? So 59 and 42 or are stamped on black people in a negative way. You know, but
Right.
so this is why you see this House bill is you can find information about non-human primates at 42 CFR. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But you want to read? Yeah, we got to read the rest of this.
Okay. For sure. Let's see. Including specific requirements for handling imported non-human primates, including personal protective equipment. Okay, PPE for individuals who are within 5 feet of non-human primate crates. Workers who
Right.
come within 5 feet of imported non-human primates must wear disposable. Hold on, let me dab this in. I got to refresh stuff. Hold on one second. What happened?
Remember, they quarantined that chick for a while and gave her what, 14 pills, right?
Right.
Yeah, they shot her twice. They shot her
Now
twice.
they gave her pills for 14 days. Now,
Look at, hey, listen, look at Copper Goddess talking about the PA election. Isn't that
yeah, I
ironic?
see that. Yeah, we just was talking about that before we started the stream. Where
I
now,
know.
just on the side note, Dr. Oz, everybody loves Dr. Oz, right? Like we already
Right.
know this. So like
Hmm.
the news, I seen the news saying Trump and Dr. Oz need to get a reality check. They can't win. You know what I mean? Like
Right.
it's like, all right, well, how did he become the bad guy? Because he with Trump? Y'all just loved him like
Yeah.
a couple months ago. Like, you know what I'm saying? So
Right.
it's just
Right.
like crazy. That's just but that that's a sidebar. But this right here.
Yep.
When you
I'm
with the
ready.
part where you at right here, where they talking about the PPE, and that's obviously that's the personal protective equipment, for these
Right.
people that's dealing with these monkeys. The
Yeah.
operative word here is disposable. See what you see? It says
Right.
must wear
NIOSH.
disposable
Yep.
NIOH SH
NIOSH.
approved
Yep.
N95 respirators. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
now think about it. People wear N95s, they wear KN95s, they wear designer masks, fascist masks, all kind of shit, right? And they hang those masks up on their dashboard, on their window on their car. They put it in their pocket. You know what I'm saying? But it's contaminated. Like if you really was around something somewhere and this shit was contaminated, right? You're supposed to throw that shit in the trash. And you see the procedure, even when you go in the hospital, when they take a mask, they throw it in the trash. You know, They don't put it in their pocket. So just like with this situation, you know, if you going around some monkeys that could possibly be diseased, you know, the procedure, according to them, you know, and this is straight document from them. You know what I'm saying? This was on the day of, you see, January 21st.
Mm-hmm.
So
Right.
now, mind you, this is a day after the Geneva conference, right?
Mm-hmm.
See that?
Right.
So the very next day, this situation happened. What a coincidence. So
Right.
the procedure is that, you know, you're supposed to dispose of these N95 shit, right? Now, what else does it say here? It says face shields, eye protection, are protective against aerosol droplets. Now, remember we was bidding on the lady when she said she felt the mist. Now, this lady ain't had none of this shit, right? Remember, she said she thought it was a cat. They kept telling us about cats. They said that the crash happened because of a cat. The lady hopped out and helped because she thought they was cats. Yeah, and she went up and put her face all in the box and then found out it wasn't a cat. You know what I'm
But
saying?
everybody else ran away.
Right.
Everybody else ran away from the scene.
And she talking about she felt the mist, right? Now, the lady, she went to a ballroom gala that same night.
You remember she had hella snot coming out her nose when she was doing her interview. She had hella snot coming out her shit. Yeah. Yeah,
so
that was
let's finish reading the rest of this. All right, aerosol droplet transmission from pathogens. It should be noted that if you were within 5 feet of the trailer and there was a solid barrier between you and the non-human primates, such as the side of the trailer, your risk of exposure is minimal. If you had any physical contact with those NHPs, you should seek immediate medical attention and notify the Pennsylvania State Department of Health. So this woman, remember, she came in contact with these monkeys, these same monkeys that they was testing for, they was testing for what's the shit called? The B virus, the monkeypox shit, and it was testing them against the blowfish shit. So they was already testing them for the same shit that we dealing with right now. Is that a coincidence? They was testing them for this shit. And then this lady remember they said she got bit, and then they said she had a cut on her hand, and she walked through the feces and she felt the mist and all of that. You know what I'm saying? Now, when she did all of this, she did her news report. Them people was standing right in front of her, and she talking with snot all in her face, like, she didn't even get treated yet. She didn't even get nothing yet. You know what I'm saying? They just all on her face with the camera, and you know she was the only person out there. It was just them and the police and nobody else. There wasn't no other bystanders or nothing. Almost like a scene or something. Almost like they orchestrated that. But we got to point out that nobody knows what happened to this lady.
Like, hey, she ain't got no Facebook posts.
Now they said that she might have died, but we're gonna get to that in a minute. You know, read this last segment right here where I got it highlighted at. You know, for the people.
It says
you know what I'm saying?
It says if you were within 5 feet of the non-human primate crates without respiratory and eye protection, monitor yourself for signs.
Start at the
beginning.
Song. Yeah. Start
for sure. All right. Please be aware that the surviving monkeys will be quarantined and will be monitored for infectious diseases for at least 31 days before they're released. We will contact the Pennsylvania State Department of Health and Pennsylvania State Police.
Pause right there. Because that's a major bombshell right there. You notice how they said the remaining monkeys? Now, they euthanized these other monkeys, right? That they said came in contact with these people. Now, why would you euthanize? Now, why would you euthanize the monkeys that came in contact with the people and not the monkeys
and monitor them? Right.
You were supposed to monitor. You were supposed to monitor the monkeys that came in contact with the people to see if they got anything to make sure that this person didn't have anything. But they
if you ask me, if you ask me, everyone in that whole area should have been euthanized for our sake.
but just think about it, though. All right, remember they said it was 3 monkeys.
No monkeypox.
They said it was 3 monkeys that got loose, right? They said it was 3 monkeys that got loose. They caught them, and then they said it was 1 monkey out on the loose that they didn't know where it was at. So that's 4 monkeys. Then they told us
Right.
all 3 monkeys are accounted for, right? They killed 3
Right.
monkeys. So
Right.
we don't even know if there's actual 4th monkey that got away or what, because they told us
Yeah.
2 conflicting stories. You know what I'm
They
saying?
twisted
Right.
it. They
Right.
twisted it
Right.
around to confuse us. All we gotta do
That,
is go
that,
Right.
back and watch our old video.
but the
Yeah,
thing
we
is
got
this,
that. We
right? And
pulling
I
it up
encourage everybody to go back and watch part 1 and part 2 where we called this shit and exposed it wide open. But
In
right
January.
in
you know
January. Exactly.
exactly 4 months to the date. 4 months to the date, because this story broke on the 21st. You see right here, this is January 21st. You know what I'm
Uh-huh.
Right.
saying? So,
Okay.
you know, again, not a coincidence. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So, you know,
Right.
this is predicated malevolence on their behalf. They prepping us just like when you go to the movies and you see coming attractions and you see the movie coming out next year. You're like, oh, yeah, I'm going to watch that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you are going to
Yeah.
watch that. Because that movie
Yeah.
coming on
You
your ass.
finna be in that.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
going to
You
be in
finna
it.
be in
You know
this
what I
one.
mean?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you in
Yo
this
ahead.
motherfucker.
Nigga, you
Yeah,
are the co-star. You are the co-star to this
right.
motherfucker.
But you see right here where they said they
Yeah.
studied these monkeys for 31 days after,
Right.
you know what I mean, after any initial contact them to make sure. So why would
Yeah.
they euthanize these 3 monkeys that they said came in contact with a human being?
Right.
That's strange. Why would they do that?
Right.
And this is we
Right.
got the proof right here. We got the proof right here. This bottom of this article right here, where they talk about the proper procedure of what they're supposed to do when monkeys come in contact with humans. So why
Right.
did they tell us
These ones.
that they killed the monkeys, and why do we accept that? Like, oh, that's cool, because we didn't know any better.
Right.
We
They
thought that
studied
that
them
was the
for that long.
procedure.
Right.
But this right here clearly
Right.
shows that that's not the procedure. The procedure is they're supposed to monitor these monkeys for 31 days. So why were those monkeys immediately killed? Something wrong with
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
Something
They
wrong
still
with that.
monitor. They monitored them for 31 days after. Dead.
Right.
For
Yeah, to
real.
see if it came back to life on some Resident Evil
Right.
shit.
Right. Yeah. Yeah. Exactly. They were specific. They meant what they said.
Right. So look,
Hey, some.
so now, you know, with this whole situation, fast forward, now we got monkeypox shit. You know, monkeypox shit popping up everywhere. Now look,
Right. Right.
CDC update guidelines for theoretical airborne risk. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? So now remember, Reese, you were saying that you had stories saying that it's not airborne. Now, but look, these
Yep.
alphabet
We
people
got.
is the ones that's pushing to say, oh, it's a theoretically it could be airborne, right?
Yeah. But they
Or
also.
maybe
Yep.
on their,
Those are the other ones.
part, hopefully is airborne. You know what I'm saying? That's
Yeah.
probably what
Yeah.
they mean. You know,
Yeah. I got the
but that's
slide
the
on
link.
that too.
But that's the link right there for anybody that want it. You know, CDC.
Right.
You know, pox virus, monkey pox. You know what I'm saying? Click that. You know, screenshot it. Do whatever you do. You know, you can
/
watch it yourself.
conditions
You know what I'm saying?
/
Yeah.
infection hyphen control.
Now this
Right.
boy,
Right.
he was
Right.
going in.
Should
He
take
been
it.
going in on this. He was going on this alongside us. Now this is him right here on the 25th. Now we
Right.
went in on the day of. Now he came a couple days
Right.
behind us, but you see other people was seeing and ringing the alarm about this shit. You know what I'm saying? So this
Right.
boy talking about the lady who came in contact with the monkeys and shit, and he asking and posing some of the questions that we
Right.
asked. You know what I'm saying? So you
Right.
see, he
Right.
says since the monkeys were not quarantined and monitored, the CDC told Fowler she needs to take precautions because she was in close contact, according to the CDC, specimens commonly spread herpes B virus through saliva and fecal and urine. Now remember, she said she walked through the urine. She walked through the shit, the piss
Yep.
and
She
all that,
walked through
right?
the feces and the
You
urine.
know what I'm saying? So
Yep. Yep.
now,
That means
and
it
they
was all
telling
over her
her
car.
now, mind you, they telling
Listen, that
her,
means it was all over her car and her house. You know, if it was on her
yeah,
shoes and
exactly.
shit.
And every car that drove off,
Exactly.
because there was
And
people that was supposedly at that scene.
she went to an event that same night.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now we're gonna get into that in
Come
a
in
minute.
contact with
But
everything.
you
Right.
see right here where they just told her that she was at an inconvenience because since the monkeys were not quarantined and monitored, right? Like the protocol, like we just saw, like that's
Right.
they were supposed to do, yeah, they killed them. So because they killed them, you know what I'm saying? Oh, you gotta go and take extra precautions now. But the protocol was supposed to
Yeah. They
be
would have deleted her too.
I take precautions and then y'all monitor the monkeys, but they immediately killed the monkeys and now tell her that she needs to take extra protocol. Ain't that crazy?
Right.
See how they do you?
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
And these supposed to be some brand new monkeys, fresh from Africa. These are some brand new, fresh from Africa. So supposedly they wouldn't have done no kind of tests on them yet.
right.
They wouldn't have done anything to these monkeys if these were fresh from Africa. So that means that these were some. I don't know where the fuck I'm at. I've been shitting in the box for hella long. But nah, these supposedly have not been treated for anything. Is what we're supposed to assume about these monkeys, off top,
Right.
right?
And,
Because
and then look, they
the
say
story.
right here, they say she grew concerned because she had an open cut on her hand, like you said. And then she said
Shit.
she had pink eye symptoms. She had pink eye like symptoms, and she went to the emergency room. Now remember, that's how she got the she actually, you know, the crazy shit is that she got that medicine that people get treated for with herpes.
Yeah.
It started with a V.
Right.
14
Right.
pills.
Yeah, so
Right.
and that's something.
And shots.
You know, look, take a look in your people's cabinet to see if they got that shit up in there. It's like Volacor, like
playing the
we gonna
world.
show it.
Yep.
We gonna show
Playing the world like a fiddle. Exactly.
But
playing the world like
you know,
a fiddle.
again, like
Shout
you
out
know,
to
this
Copper
brother,
Goddess.
this Asian boy right here, he asking the same question. Some reports say 4 monkeys escaped, while others say 3.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
She said 4. She said 4. Because one ran across the highway. They thought it was a cat, remember? And then if there was 3 monkeys in the crate, because remember I made the comment, I said, what was it, 2 girls and 1 dude to keep him in check?
No, that's not
or
the one.
What was it?
What happened? No, what happened was the bull. They said that's how the accident started because the cat ran across the street. So they said it was a cat that ran across the street that started the accident. Now think about it. A cat. When do you know a cat that crossed an interstate?
No. Not a cat that lives around there.
Like maybe
not a cat that lives around there.
Like maybe a street or a back block, but cats, you ain't never gonna see no cat on I-95 trying to get to the other side.
It was a junction too. It was a junction between 2 highways.
Right. Stop it. Ain't no
the cat fell out of the car.
So the accident was supposed to have started because it was a cat on the highway, and this truck had to swerve and crash. Miss me with the bullshit, you know? You know what I'm saying? So now look, this is the shit right here.
Yeah,
she took that cyclor, whatever that shit is, for 14 days. But that's the herpes medicine that, you know, that's what people take for herpes. That shit right there.
Cold sores. You know, okay.
Right there. That's what people be taking. If you see that in your loved one's cabinet, then you know what it is. You know what I mean? It was how you say that?
Valacyclovir.
Yeah.
You sound comfortable saying it.
Clovir,
right.
Yeah.
So
valacyclovir. Valacyclovir is the shit that people take for herpes, for genital herpes. And look, read the rest of it. So
herpes zoster, also known as shingles.
Also known as shingles. You know what I'm saying? So these things are different forms of herpes. The monkey pox, the chicken pox, shingles, different forms of herpes, man.
Mm-hmm.
They're trying to give the world AIDS and herpes.
Yep. Which is down immune system.
So monkey. So now think about this just on a side note. All right, you know how you got the wrench? You got a wrench, right? And then on a large scale, you know, remember Jack Johnson, he made the big wrench, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And because he's a big black man, and you know how they do what they had to say about black men, they call it the monkey wrench, right? So the big wrench is the monkey wrench. So the big pox or the monkey pox, you got herpes, right? You got simplex B and A and shit. You got chicken pox. You know what I'm saying? That's like medium. That's like a medium fry. And then you got the large fry. That's the monkey pox, the big pox. Right.
Yeah, the 2 pox.
Yeah, the big pox. So you know, all the shit is in the herpes family. That's the crazy shit about this shit. You know what I mean? But they got the link up there for the Mayo Clinic and the drug supplements So you can go to Twitter page and click that link to find out more about that. You know, if you're dealing with that. I heard that grapes are a good natural cure for that. Like grapes
L-lysine.
grapes that go through some type of fermenting process, you know. So you always gotta highlight the natural cures and shit. I don't know what this valvocyclor shit is. I don't know what that is. You know what I'm saying?
But
So if you go through
L-lysine is
that,
a natural
I don't know what that is.
L-lysine. Yeah, L-lysine is a natural amino acid that helps regenerate on there. They had a
And then he was on it,
study
huh?
on that before. What? Oh yeah. I know about HIV and I ain't got that shit. So now,
Uh-huh. All right, so these are the
right.
cyclonomus macaque monkeys. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
Though they took the rest of those monkeys to now it said a shipment of 100, right? Now
Right.
remember they said it was a shipment of 100. 97 of them was accounted for. 3 died, and 1 possibly is at large. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
At the time. Right.
So question: How could 100 monkeys? How could those same 100 monkeys had arrived in New York City Friday morning?
Mm.
Whoopsie! That's what you
Whoopsie.
can.
Dun, dun, dun,
Whoopsie!
dun.
Something ain't
Yeah.
right. Make it make sense, y'all. Make it make
Yep.
sense.
Huh?
How is it
From
that if y'all said 100, y'all said it was 3 monkeys that got euthanized. So I guess
right.
they must have came back to life. Maybe those were some zombie monkeys, right?
Right. Right. Right.
Because
Right.
a
Right.
hundred monkeys, because I guess they delivered 3 dead monkeys because it says 100 monkeys. It don't say a live monkey. It don't say a live monkeys. It just say 100 monkeys. 100 monkeys were delivered to New York. Now remember when we watched and we initially broke this story. These monkeys were headed to the Ozarks, but
right. Right. Right.
after the crash, they beeline them
They
to New
went
York
back
City.
home.
Yeah.
No, they
Right.
ain't go back
Right.
home.
Right.
They ain't go back home. They went to New York City.
On the
You know what
Wow.
I'm
okay. On the
saying?
way. They had to change. They rerouted.
So
Uh huh.
that's now we did report that they went to New York City when the story initially broke. We did report that, but
Right. Right. Right.
the thing is that when we put all these things together and we see how we line up, somebody's lying. Somebody got some shit fucked up. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't us. You know what I mean? And it ain't
Right.
us because we
Right.
just showing y'all what they writing. This is the
Right.
shit that they put out.
Yep.
So somebody lying.
Yep. We stay on top of. We stand on top of things like missionary.
Exactly.
Man.
We stand on top of things like laps.
Uh huh.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
reason for monkeys arrived did not say they said they don't know why these monkeys was here, but we know that's bullshit. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? We know that's bullshit.
There
Now
And
was a
look,
known as
short
transmit.
article about a car accident that turned into a long ass article about herpes and the CDC and medication and all this other
Right.
right.
shit.
Right.
So
Right.
you can't
Right.
tell us why you don't know why they was here because y'all had all the backstory lined up. Y'all knew all of this stuff about what they do with these monkeys, where they was going. So don't tell
Right.
us that you don't know why they was here.
And where the fuck was
Right.
Chopper 6 when all this shit was going on?
Exactly.
Yep.
Exactly.
Hey,
Chopper 6 don't
it,
miss nothing. They be at shootings and parties and car accidents, fires, everything.
at the same time, same helicopter. We're right here and
Now
here
look, now
and
remember this
here.
is her. Remember she was out there, and she the only person that stuck around. Now this woman had now if she really got scratched by a monkey or something like that, you think she'd be standing around on the scene for 15, 20 minutes, hamming it up with the police? She'd be like, "No, y'all need to call me to emergency immediately. I need to go right now."
Yeah, yeah.
So
Right, right, right.
she,
What about this though? Remember, they said that all the drivers helped them gather these 100 monkeys together. Ain't none of them get scratched.
they
Nobody ain't
must
come
have all
return with
Right.
had.
no feces or nothing. All these
Well,
monkeys was
well,
clean and
remember, they must have followed protocol because they was transporting them. So it, of course, it's a hole in the story. But if they would try to patch it with, they were following protocol. They had protective equipment on. You know what I'm saying?
So,
But this
but we
woman
never
didn't.
seen another witness. We never
We
seen
never
another
seen
witness.
them. We didn't even see them. We didn't even see the other
Yeah,
workers. Think about it. We just
right,
saw her.
right. Yep, and police
That's all
standing
we
around.
saw. We
Yo,
saw her and the
they didn't
cops.
interview the truck driver or anybody.
Nope,
No,
nobody.
nothing. Nope, nope.
That is
And
And
crazy.
none of those
she's
people
nowhere to be
exist.
found.
Did y'all
And she
Nope.
research
don't.
her?
Yep.
Yeah, we
Yeah,
looked her up.
recently.
Now
Yeah.
look, this woman right here.
Not a
They
Facebook
said,
post.
now look, this woman right here, it has passed away, but this is not the same woman. Now, if you notice,
Right,
it says right there, she lives in Weston, Virginia. Now they
right,
had a. Now people said that okay, well they try to cover up her death, possibly,
right,
but you know what I mean. Until I got rock solid evidence of that, I can't say that. But I do know
right.
that this woman is not the same woman. That's not the same woman that we looked at on TV. Because remember, we broke this story, so we know.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? That's not the same woman. You know what I mean? Now, this woman recently passed away, and her name just so happened to be Michelle Fowler and Rifle. But this is not the
Hey, and
same
if she
woman.
worked at a hospital, then she would have knew what to do. Look,
Mm-hmm.
Citizens, Private Care, Lewis County Summit Center. Look, I worked at Western State Hospital. She would have said some shit. And I did private in-home care. And she would have
That's
knew
not
what to
her.
do off top.
Yeah, that's not
Yeah,
her.
she would have knew what to do. Yeah.
Now,
Yeah, Michelle
we
Fallon
saw
was
her.
there.
This
Yeah,
is
that's
her
her.
right
That's
here.
her.
That's her.
Right, right. That's her.
You know
Drooling
what I'm
from the
saying?
nose.
That's not the
That's
same
her.
woman. You know what I mean?
Right,
That's not.
right.
Look, shout out to whoever wrote this article right here. They called the monkeys the Corona monkeys. I'm done.
Wow.
Yes.
I'm done. I'm done.
Wow.
Right,
The Corona monkeys. I'm done.
right.
Yeah.
What the fuck are we
Mhm.
dealing with right here,
This is
yo?
what happened to the woman who tried to save escaped corona monkeys.
This is amazing. Escaped Corona
Wow.
monkey. Who wrote this? Who wrote this? Now, like, all right, like
Right,
we get banned for all kind of shit. How the
right.
fuck can these people write Corona monkeys? And that shit flew.
Right.
That
Little
shit got
did Michelle
published.
Fallon. Right.
That's crazy. Now look,
No.
now they said
Mhm.
that she was. Remember, the other woman lived in West Virginia, and she lives in Danville, Pennsylvania. You know what I'm saying?
Right. And has been until that story came out.
Now, which I think is a not. I mean, listen, nobody knows what happened to her. I think you know
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Nobody knows what happened to her. So you know,
Right.
she stopped posting on her page. You know what I'm saying? So who knows, man?
What's the date
You know
of
what
her
I mean?
last post?
Her last post was the post right after the monkey had got caught. Now, what I thought was weird was she posted a picture of her and her daughter showing the monkey getting caught. Now,
Right.
that's not particularly saying that she caught the monkey, but she was just showing a post that that monkey got caught.
So
I
look,
was
that
was she posting the days before that?
That I can't divulge. I'm not 100% sure about that. But I do know that she just abruptly just disappeared. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know,
No trace. Without a trace. We can call that without a trace. No
I'm not
sponsor.
surprised at all.
Yeah.
before
Just
I
like
get
quite a
into
few
that,
other people.
I want to pull up this other slide before I get into these numbers and shit.
This
But I
is
mean,
insane, yo. I thought this
we-
monkeypox shit was gonna go away, but I ain't gonna lie. Now I'm starting to get nervous because there's more. It's not getting smaller. There's more cases than yesterday. You know what I'm saying? And tomorrow, if there's more
Allegedly.
cases than today, yeah,
Being
right.
reported.
because they can use
Being
this shit.
reported.
They can use this to do their bullshit. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
Now
Right.
look at
Right.
this right here. Look at this shit right here. Somebody put this up there. They said, so monkeypox is a new way of saying I took the vax and now I have shingles because you screwed up my music.
Damn.
Oh shit.
Yep.
I gotta light up to that.
Uh-huh.
Woo,
Mm-hmm.
shit. Damn, who wrote that shit, yo? Who wrote that?
Wow.
Shout out to whoever wrote that shit. God damn, nigga.
Right. Telling the truth. When telling the truth goes right.
Now, but look at the shit though. Rare case. Now look at the pictures though. Let's not get lost in the heading. Look at the picture. Rare monkeypox case reported from U.S. first time in nearly 20 years. Right.
20 years.
They brung this shit back. I remember Reese was talking about this shit going on in the 1970s. You know.
Right. And
If
then
you
they
want,
found
to
a couple of
elaborate on
vials.
that, you can. But notice how these people took the same picture. What is shingles?
Right.
Same look. That's the same exact picture,
It is.
Right.
right?
Right.
Same exact picture,
But
and they just put it on a whole different article, whole other article. Two different websites, same picture, right? Same
right.
and different topics too. One is monkeypox, one is shingles. You know what I'm saying?
So is that not? I mean, we could do word
What's
association. We
going
could do
on?
picture
What's
association.
going on out here?
Uh huh.
You know
Uh,
what I mean?
it, have we been what? Have we been corn
Let's do
shingled?
some math real quick. Let me take note of these numbers right here. 80 and 12. All right. So 80 and 12 is 92, right? They said 80 and
Mm-hmm.
12. That's 92. Okay. Right. Let's
Yep.
take note of some of them
Okay.
numbers. Infectious Control Hospital. So few scientists and studies pertaining to the transmission of monkeypox virus, and the most were conducted in Africa. Person-to-person transmission monkeypox virus believed to occur at the same by the same mechanisms exploited by the variola. Am I saying that right? Variola
But
virus during the smallpox era, namely via respiratory droplets or by direct contact with lesion material.
right.
I think I'm saying that variola virus. I'm thinking I'm saying that right.
Okay.
Um,
Yeah.
Precautions to prevent
Arvolia.
monkeypox. Now, we put up a slide earlier that was talking about using CDS to fight, this monkeypox shit. And again,
Right.
we're not doctors and we're not providing medical advice. We're just presenting information. So, we didn't really quantify that, but I hope that you caught that. But they, we put that up there that people are using CDS to fight this. You know what I'm saying? And of course, I'm using
Right.
the acronym and not because I don't want these people to slap me with another um, YouTube fine. You know what I'm
Fine.
saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
But human-to-human transmission monkeypox occurs primarily through respiratory droplets. Remember this lady said she felt the mist, right? Now I don't know
Oh
if
my
monkeys
god.
go around hissing or coughing at people. They
Nigga, you in my
scream and shit.
box. You in my box. You looking in my box. I've been in this box shitting for hella
But
years.
they say that monkeypox is far less contagious than smallpox. You know what I'm saying? Was
Right.
as far as
Right.
human to human transmission. So um,
Unless you're gay.
if so, well, yeah, unless your race is gay.
According to this. Right.
unless, unless you
Right.
go, unless you bareback and a broke back. But
Right. Right.
but
No, this is from their look, this is from what they're reporting. This is from what they're reporting. We're only reporting the news. We're not discussing any type of you know
right,
what I'm saying? That's not no shot at nobody.
right.
This is just what they're actually alleging right now,
Now
currently.
look,
This is what the news is saying. So
now look,
don't
now look,
yeah,
this is it right here. Now look, this is
okay.
from this is 4 months and 1 day after the monkey story. U.S. woman
Right.
coughs after exposure to lab monkeys caused by monkeypox virus with symptoms similar to smallpox. There has been a
Mhm.
development in the crash of the truck carrying 100 monkeys in the United States. According to U.S. media, on January 25th, local time, Michelle found an eyewitness accident and had developed red eyes, cough symptoms after touching the monkey. Now, remember, she never said that she touched the monkey. She never
Right.
said
Right.
that.
Right.
They saying that she touched the monkey
Right.
and had a wound on her hand. That's completely a lie.
Right.
It's
She said she
crazy.
had a
But I
scratch
mean,
on her hand. She
right.
had a
She,
wound.
re-
Open
she,
wound.
re-
Kyle
right.
Robertson. Yep.
She
There you
received
go.
she received a 2 week preventative treatment and has now received the first dose of rabies vaccine. Remember, yeah, we were saying that she got the rabies shit
Right.
and
Yep.
around
Right.
the antivirus treatment. So
Right.
macaque monkeys carrying monkeypox virus and B virus. Now remember, that's
Where'd
all
they
the
get it
same
from?
family, right?
Right.
The woman
Right.
is at high risk with being infected with what does that say? With both, it says with both viruses. So they saying that she's a
Wow.
highly effective with being with, you know what I'm saying? So then it goes into talking about monkeypox. So we not reaching. I can see somebody now saying, well, they reaching, they trying to connect this story to this monkeypox shit. Now look, this article right here, just to the headline right here says US woman is exposed to you know what I'm saying, monkeypox, da 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 da. Then they go into telling you the story that we reported about,
Right.
that we broke. Why? The same reason, it's the same thing how when, remember they talked about the crash, right? They said it was a
Right.
crash, and then they went into all of this backstory about the lab and the monkeys and the viruses they
Right.
carry and all
Right.
that.
Right. 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 Right.
You know what I'm saying? Now,
But
same
nothing
shit.
about the crash. Right.
Right, same remedy. Same remedy here.
Yeah. Right.
It's not saying
Hey.
anything about how these monkeys, how this situation and this new situation are intertwined, but they made it their business to tell you about there's 100 monkeys, just like we made it our business to tell you. But, you
Right.
know, they
Right.
was
Right.
past the roots and they lied. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right. Look, check this out. Hey, look, I was just looking at it. I was like, did these monkeys already have this herpes B virus coming directly from Africa fresh? Did they give it to them and where did they do this to these monkeys at? Because they shouldn't have
Right.
any of these diseases naturally. So if they
Right.
came directly from Africa, well, how did they get these diseases that quick? You know what
Right.
I'm saying? Like,
You're
unless
not
it is
gonna tell me. You're not
inherently
gonna tell
in
me.
those monkeys. No,
Exactly. You're not
I
gonna
just
tell me that these monkeys is just out in the wild
no,
with all of this. Look at all
no,
the shit that they said. Look, monkey
no.
diseases. Look at the shit that they got.
Exactly,
This is shit that
exactly.
y'all gave these damn monkeys.
Yes, you can't say
You know what
that.
I'm
No,
saying?
no, 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 no. They did not come from Africa like that. You did not pick up those monkeys, and they're known to have that. No, not
Look,
after you guys fuck with them.
and look at the
Hey, y'all
bottom.
want?
It says other diseases not known yet or identified. So it's other shit that we don't even know. Come on, cut it out.
Yo,
Stop it.
you know what,
Stop with
yo?
the madness.
If they ever try to twist this story around in the future and make up some BS about where monkeypox came from, they're not going to be able to because we
They
chopped it
already
up already.
are.
Yeah.
They already are. They're
You
already
can see
trying
how
to
we
say
caught.
they're
You see how we
deflecting
caught them in a lie. We caught them in a lie in
from the
several lies
rip.
already. You know what I'm
Several.
saying?
Right, from the rip. Exactly, exactly.
Now look at this here. Now this connection I wanted to point out. Monkeypox
Right.
Center, Danville, Virginia. Right now,
What?
remember the lady. Remember the
What?
lady that we saw. The lady that we saw. She was from West Virginia. That they said that was the real Michelle Fallon.
Stop
But
playing.
but that's not the same Michelle Fallon that we saw on TV. Right.
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 So which one is the real Michelle Fallon? Who knows? But the point of the matter is that both of these women are from or near Danville. Because if I'm
Right.
not mistaken, Danville is somewhere near between Virginia and West Virginia. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So
Right. Right.
Danville,
Right.
VA rolls off the tongue just like Danville, PA, right? And of
Yeah.
course we know that. Of course we know that this story happened in Pennsylvania because they made it clear that it was in Pennsylvania. So there's no
Mm-hmm.
misprint
Right.
there. But there is a coincidence here. So we got the monkeypox center in Danville,
Yes, it
Virginia,
is.
and these
Yeah.
monkeys got loose, causing all of this bullshit in Danville, Pennsylvania. Oh, stop playing
Hey,
with me.
hey,
Kiss
hey!
my
Look, check this
ass,
out.
yo.
Stop
Hey,
Kiss
playing
check
my
with
this
me.
out.
ass.
Hey,
No.
Stop playing with
look,
me.
check this out. On
Hey,
I-80, there's
please.
a Danville, California. There's a Danville, California. I swear,
Yeah, you said it
Danville,
on the video. You
CA.
said it on the
Yeah, he
video.
said it on the first
Right.
video.
And I-80, the
Right.
I-80 connects both of
On
those
I-80.
Danville. I-80
Right.
connects both of
All of
those
them.
Danvilles together. Stop playing.
Yes. Stop playing.
This is crazy. This is craziness.
Yes. You
How much
guys
of this
think
do
you
we gotta
slick.
do? How much of this do we gotta do? How many times is a
Right.
coincidence possible before it's mathematically impossible? Man?
Exactly.
We didn't even get to the numbers yet. We didn't even get to that yet. But this
Right.
is come
Right.
on, man. Seriously?
Hey,
Just
listen.
light work. Just
Hopefully,
light.
hopefully they'll get wind of this, and this will disrupt their whole monkeypox thing, and they won't be able to carry it out because it's been exposed already. Hopefully,
Uh,
but we were
hopefully,
saying
yes.
back in
Hopefully.
January, and it's funny because in that video we're telling jokes and being goofy about the shit,
Right. Right.
and here it is. The shit is actually it could possibly be happening. We're not
Right.
100% sure, but goddamn it, I'm in the high 90s. I'm in
Yeah.
the high
Uh,
90s.
Yeah. Most
yep.
definitely.
Yep.
Definitely.
He
Like you
jumped
said,
out.
some of
Yep.
the things that you said on the first video was spooky, man.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
You know, I
Uh-huh.
went back and watched it when this shit happened. I went back and watched the first video, and I started like, oh my god, this is vicious. This
I
is
did
crazy.
too,
Yes.
yo. That shit was
Right.
crazy.
Right.
3
Yep.
nobodies
And
in the
part
bottom
two.
of YouTube cracking world shit,
Yep.
Right,
right?
right,
3 nobodies from the basement of YouTube,
right.
and we might have disrupted a new global plan.
A billion-dollar coup, a multi-billion-dollar
Right.
coup. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Yep. Hey,
Well, the
they
numbers
nickel
keep going
scrape,
up.
but
Listen, monkeypox articles keep coming up by the hour on the online. I'm watching them as we're talking here on this video. I keep looking
right.
Now
back.
Right.
this was the John. Remember, this is when they said the story about the 3 or 4 or whatever. This is what people was writing online. Now somebody wrote this in the chat forum in regards to the subject. That's not a clickable link right there, but it was a clickable link to the forum where I got this from, where these people were
Okay.
saying that it's definitely 4 monkeys out there, and the gaming commission is going to make it worse trying to hunt them down. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Right.
Now,
Right. Right.
now
Right.
that never happened. Let's be clear, that never happened, and it was never any nationwide monkey hunt for a monkey. You know what I'm saying? If the story broke, they refreshed the story. Look, 11 days later, and then it went
Yep.
on to something else, right? And that
Right.
was the end of it. The
Mm-hmm.
girl, she got the herpes treatment, she got the rabies treatment, and that was the end of it.
And got up out of there. Right. 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 Uh-huh. The early clinical manifestations of disease are high fever, body aches, cough, and swollen lymph nodes. As the disease progresses, patients develop a small pox-like rash all over their body. The
Mm.
rash usually occurs on the eyelids, face, trunk, extremities, palms, feet, and genitals. The rash
What?
often goes through the stages of macule. Oh, so you wanted me to do this one? Okay, papular rash, blisters,
Yeah,
and pustules, and finally
yeah.
heals with scabs. Some patients often leave scars, and a small number of patients will have long-lasting ulcers after the herpes rupture. Ow!
Yeah.
Damn.
Mild,
Yo, man.
mild.
They
That's
can't
why
they
that shit.
can't
That's
do
why them
this,
joints
man.
looking so bad. Remember we saw the picture and it would look like burn marks because it started to
Right,
scat. Like
right.
that's that. Oh my god, that is so
Yo, they
bad.
can't spread
Ow!
that shit around, man. Not that. God
Yeah.
damn.
Hey,
Give us
we got
COVID
something
again.
for it.
Fuck that.
I'll take some
God
fucked up
damn.
lungs for that.
Just like that.
I'll
Just
take
like
the coof part 2. Fuck that. Damn.
God
Hey, I'll
damn.
take anything but the respirator. Just give me
Now listen,
anything
you
but the
know
respirator.
how mad people gonna be if they gotta get jabbed for this shit and they still get this. They still get
Oh
Hey,
these
they
my.
bought
MPs.
15 million. They bought
If you
15
if you
million
get jabbed
vaccines for that.
if you get
They got
jabbed for this and you still catch the MP, you know how mad you're gonna be walking around with bumps and
ooh,
lumps on
Hold
you.
up, hold up.
ooh,
The MP, you got a nickname for this shit already? I
You
thought
gotta make
MP.
a nickname. You got
the
the MP.
MP6. You finna get MP6.
MP19. No,
Yeah,
MP22. And
yeah.
man,
You
if I
got the
Ooh,
see
you got
it,
the
MP22.
MP22.
if I
Hey,
turn on the
that's gonna
news
be a new
tomorrow and see
weapon.
MP22, I'm suing them.
They bugging our line. You know they bugged our line. It's
Right,
MP22.
You
right.
got yo, listen, man, you gotta laugh if we all gonna die, yo.
Listen, I ain't getting no. I ain't getting the MP. I ain't getting no MP.
Yeah, I ain't
Listen,
getting the last
you
one.
can take. Well, even when I say the alphabet, I'm just skipping from L to N to Q. Fuck that.
I don't want that shit, dog.
I don't want no MP. Fuck
Yeah.
that.
Hey, I might take the whatever it is
Hey,
with
you know what?
56 on
Look,
the end of it.
on
With
all the
56,
military bases around the world, the military cops got MP on their sleeve.
Right. The MP. Now look, we ain't
hey, I
that
bet you
far
they ain't
off.
taking it.
We ain't that far off. Look, Belgian case of monkeypox sequence, full genome MPXVP, MPXV. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh, that's 15, monkeypox 15. So they're using the old one. That's what
How
that
Oh
old is
means.
that?
shit.
The full genome of monkeypox 15. That's year
And the case
15.
in
You know, they
Belgium,
come out with the iPhones.
Now they said in a case in Belgium where somebody traveled to Portugal, present on May 13th. Now remember we told y'all about the Beltane rituals and
Right.
the 13 days of prepping for Beltane, right?
Right.
And how the
Right.
connection with them and the May Sons of May and the number 13 and all that. This shit happened
Yep.
on May 13th.
Ain't that a
Hush
bitch?
hog, I smell a bear. Hush hog, I smell a bear.
Chaos is a ladder.
It definitely is.
Mm.
God
Now,
damn. Then
oh,
look,
I seen them.
now I seen that before, but are they saying that these people got monkeypox or
Nah,
got
that's
some type
niggas that
of
use a
form of
razor.
herpes?
Nah, that's motherfuckers that be using a razor. You know what I mean?
But
Black
why
folks
would they
that use a
use this
razor be
picture?
getting
But
like
why would
that.
they use this picture right here? This picture it says it's from South Africa. I had to look at the fine print. It says it's from South. This is a brother from South Africa. That they
Why
said
ain't a mustache though?
why they got him looking like that though. Yeah, what's up with his mustache?
I don't trust people that
He
ain't got no
don't got
mustache. Yeah, he ain't got no mustache.
he got monkeypox because he ain't got no
Nah.
mustache. He got
Right.
he got
You
mustache
can't trust
pox.
nobody without no
Yeah, he
mustache.
got mustache
Right.
pox. Razor
Yeah, that's what he
pox.
got.
Yeah. Somebody fucked him up.
Those
Look,
are
he got
razor pox.
bumps
I've
Mustache
been a
all on
pox.
it.
barber
Yeah,
for
them
30
razor
years.
bumps. Them
Shit, I
razor
got a
bumps. Them
razor
razor
pock
bumps.
right now. Fuck wrong with you. I got one right now
Oh,
on
that's an
camera.
ingrown hair. He got a couple of ingrown hairs.
Yeah,
That's what that is.
I didn't when I seen this, I was like, no shit. They talk about we reaching. Are they reaching with this?
Hell no.
Yeah, that's
This
reaching.
brother ain't got no monkeypox, man.
I
Cut
ain't
it
gonna
Nah,
out.
be
he
able
got
to sleep
ingrown
tonight,
hairs.
man. I
Them
can't wait
ingrown
to air
hairs.
the monkeypox news from late tonight and tomorrow morning. I want to see where this shit go.
MP22. He got affected with the MP15. He got the old one. That's the old one. He ain't got the new
Now,
one.
outside of Africa, they said this is the place where the shit broke at. You know what
The
I'm
Bern
saying? Where the
Convention.
first.
At the
So now,
Bern
all right,
Convention.
you go from how we go from a situation in Pennsylvania involving West Africa, then
Oh,
go
that's where they
back
had the
to
convention.
Africa to UK and Portugal. You know what I'm saying? And then here. So they're saying that the first case was here in Canton, Bern. So the
That's where they had the
area that's
Bern
in
Convention.
Switzerland. No, nowhere
Yeah.
near Africa. Mind you, and nowhere near the UK. You know
That's
what
the
I'm
first
saying?
case.
They said this was the first case. Now, what it is near is Geneva. Look at that, right in the middle.
Right.
Switzerland,
Right.
Geneva.
The Bern.
And we
Yeah.
started off with the Geneva Conference.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's crazy, man. Shit
Where
is
is it?
crazy. Again, this is just
I
showing
got
the difference shit. Now look, remember earlier they showed us, that's why I
12
said I
countries.
highlight these numbers, right? Highlight the numbers.
right.
80, it was 80 cases, right? Remember this shit started at I-80, right? So it started with
Right.
80
Right.
cases
Right.
in
Right.
12
Right.
countries. Then I
Right.
said,
Right.
okay, 80 and 12 is 92. Now it's 92 cases in 12 countries. And then we said earlier that it's what? It's over 100 now, right? It's like
Yeah.
100, what, 112 in 20 countries now? Or 18 countries?
I don't know where it is. It keeps
Yeah.
going up. But I got a good
Right.
I got a good one for you here though. Y'all familiar with the company Moderna, right?
Right.
Yeah.
All
I
right,
heard of that
just
maybe.
well, lean back, roll one up, pour something to sip on,
Okay.
and get ready for this.
Oh
Always
shit.
ready to act on an opportunity, Moderna says that it's developing a vaccine for
Mm.
monkeypox.
They already
For
got
I
one.
guarantee they already got that
Uh,
shit. That's what they
yeah.
had the
Yeah. They already
monkeys
got
for.
that.
They got the
Yeah.
monkeys because that's when they was developing the vaccine. I guarantee it.
A rare
They already
Yeah. It
got
was
disease
that
already
caused
shit.
by
there.
monkeypox virus. Whoa, listen. A rare disease caused by monkeypox virus. So monkeypox is actually a disease caused by monkeypox virus. Kind of how AIDS is caused by HIV, I guess.
Right. Right.
The
It's just like right
Cambridge
here when it
Bio,
says in London. It
right?
says in London, it says World Health Organization said it expects to identify more cases of MP as expands surveillance in countries where disease is not typically found. So they already calling this a disease.
Yeah.
And they're saying
Going
that
through.
they expect it to go global.
because they're
This
going
is
global to go fuck with people about this shit. We need to
now.
infect
This
you
is
with
now. Look now.
monkeypox.
This is exactly 5 months after that directive in Geneva. So
Right,
5 months
right.
later, 4 months later, exactly 4 months later, we got this right here. The WHO talking about this MP shit gonna go global.
Oh, stop right there.
Right.
What was the last count on the countries?
The last count was 18.
Oh, all
Right.
right. This article says 15.
18
15,
countries. So, all right.
mostly
So
in
somebody
Europe.
said 15 countries. I'm keeping note of all these numbers. 15 countries. Okay.
Right.
We're gonna
Right.
we're gonna
Right.
put
Right.
it. We're
Right.
gonna put them in the gematria shit. We're gonna
Is this
see
it?
what
Is
we
this
get
it?
with that.
Yes. So. Yeah.
Listen to this, y'all. Novo Nordisk, a large pharma company headquartered in Denmark, makes a vaccine called Jynneos. It's spelled Jynneos, Jynneos, which is approved for smallpox and monkeypox in the U.S. The CDC said Monday that the U.S. has more than 1,000 of those shots in the nation's strategic national stockpile. Strategic
Yeah.
national stockpile. What the
Yeah,
f-
They just bought
they
14
went
million.
out and bought millions, a million. They allegedly they went out and bought millions and millions of this shit.
Yeah, 15 million. It's my last little post that I got. I got a slide on that.
So it looks like they're prepping for something.
Right, right,
Now,
right.
now,
They already
because they're
bought it.
saying that they prepping for this whole because they're saying it's a sexually transmitted situation. So somebody gonna pop
Right.
somebody that got monkeypox, and then the
They got
monkeypox
HIV.
going to spread. You know what I'm saying? So it's saying, and the thing about it, people got weakened immune systems now, so that make it even more susceptible. Now I want to see
Because of
with this. Now I want to see like what that post said, where that made me get up and walk off. I want to see the difference between the people that got jabbed and the people that didn't got jabbed. Who's getting this MP shit? Which one of the groups? You know what I'm saying?
right,
I
right,
want to see
right,
how
right.
that comes together. But
Right.
but this is they're saying it's a sexually transmitted situation. So they're saying, look, what seems to be happening now is that has gotten to the population as a sexual form and a genital form, and it's being spread as sexually transmitted infections, which amplify the transmission around the world. So they saying, all right, people they're gonna spread this through people, doing what they
Look at
do.
each other.
You know what I'm saying?
Right,
And
right. Which
Heyman
is going
said International Committee of Experts met at a video conference to look at what needed to be studied about the outbreak and communicated to the public, including whether there is any symptomatic spread who are at the most risk and various other routes. So they just looking at how they can spread this shit. That's what they looking
right.
at. You know what I mean? Like, that's what
How what
they're
their
telling you
possibilities are.
the complete
They're
opposite.
finna run they play. Right, right. They're gonna show you what their options are. Hey, and earlier you just talked about a city called Bern, right?
Right.
Are you aware of the Bern Convention, which happened in '92, subsequent to the '88 when they started copywriting everything? This that's the reason why it happened in Bern, Switzerland. That's when all these people got together. Let me see the year on this. Oh, '89. Now,
Mm.
this right here, it all ties in, but we're gonna get back to that. You know what I'm saying? Just sidebar. Um, there's a reason why in Burn they had their first little thing. They be triggering situations. Let's just know that.
Now, just to be clear, that the first person that got burned with this MP shit was at the outside of South Africa was in Bern. You know what I'm
Right,
saying?
right,
But
right.
but I mean, not outside of not South Africa, but Nigeria. Now, if you read this little segment right here, this is where they're saying that this epidemic first started in Nigeria. You know what I'm saying? Now, the crazy shit is that all right, some guy got this shit and he was treated at a guy's hospital. Well, look at this shit right here. Read this shit real quick. In late April of
Oh
2022,
yeah.
the case reported of I can't see past that, but we know what they're talking about.
The
State of
numbers are
Nigeria.
over. The numbers are over 200 now, y'all.
Damn. See how I was jumping up as we talking? It was at 100 when about an hour ago. It was at 100. Now it was at 200.
Right.
15
Crazy.
countries they're saying. You could add Australia and Israel to that.
Now think about this. Now
How?
look, they say
The U.S. had, hold on, wait a minute. Before this, the biggest monkeypox outbreak to affect the Western Hemisphere was in 2003, when in the U.S. there were 47 cases. So,
Oh shit! There goes that 47. God damn it, you
Yep,
motherfuckers want to
goddamn
bring up 11
47.
right now. You
that's
want to
why
bring
I
up
keep looking
11
up.
right now. You want
I'm
to
not
bring up
even lying
11
to
right
y'all,
now.
yo. Listen, I'm not even lying to
No,
y'all.
I'm listening
Articles
to you.
are
I'm
popping
listening
up.
to you. I'm learning.
Articles are popping up as we're doing this live stream.
It's
NBC has
crazy.
now found a veterinarian who got monkeypox years ago, and he's describing in this article what it was like in 2003.
Hey, I'm a
It's
junior
crazy.
gematria. I'm a junior gematria, if that's what you could be called. I'm
Right.
learning the numbers. For
Right. The
sure.
numerologist. You know what I'm saying? But
Yes. Yes.
Gematriite.
yeah. Now look
Yes.
right here at this shit we got on the screen. Now this is where they said this shit originated from in Nigeria, right? Now look at the shit
Right.
that got highlighted right here. The individual development symptoms of monkeypox, including a rash, on April 29th, right, or the 29th of April, while still in Nigeria. They subsequently flew back to the UK, arriving in May 4th. Now mind you,
That nigga got on a plane
these
with bumps
dates
on him.
these exactly these dates are now these people did this madness
Yeah.
during
Yeah.
Beltane, right?
Right.
This is
Ugh.
during
Nigga.
Beltane. This is while we was reporting to y'all about the whole Beltane rituals. This dude was bringing
Right.
this guy was bringing monkeypox to Guy's Hospital in the UK.
Right.
You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying?
Guys is
This is
hospital.
crazy,
Who's
you know?
guys? Who's guys? What guy do? What did that
Yeah,
guy do?
we don't like. I don't like
What's
this
up with
guy.
this guy? All right. Well, who's guy?
That's
You
not
mean
my
all
guy.
three
I'll
of
tell
them?
you that much. You know what
Guy?
I'm saying?
I like.
So,
You
so they
mean
brought
that
this dude.
guy?
So they brought
The
this
R and
dude,
B
you
group?
know, here. They brought, yeah, right. They brought him in, and you know, they isolated him, tested him for the virus, you know, which he
Right.
tested positive for, and then they said
Right.
they used patent swabs sampled by what is
Patient.
that?
Yeah. Patient swabs.
Polymerase
Uh,
chain reaction revealed
PCR.
the outbreak to be the
Yeah.
West
PCR
African.
test.
Okay, all right, that's what that
But
is. Okay, so PCR. All right, so they
yeah.
did the PCR test, and
Right.
you know, they determined that he had the monkeypox from West Africa. You know what I'm saying?
But that
So you know,
thing cannot
a lot of people
differentiate.
say. I've heard a lot of
That
people
test
say that.
cannot differentiate. Go ahead.
Right, you already know that test can't determine whether it's a common cold or what. They
Yes.
already
Right. Right.
those people put that
Right.
shit out. We got that article
Yes.
too. You know, but
Yes. Bingo.
they determined that that these people that this guy had the MP shit, and a lot of
You
people are saying
can't.
that it's from South Africa, but right here, according to this document,
Chime
they're
in if
saying
you're a
that
doctor. Go ahead.
according to this document right here, it's saying that it's from West Africa and not South Africa. You know what I'm
Right.
saying?
Right.
So you know, a
Now,
lot of people. I heard a lot of people saying that it's a South African thing. You know, well they saying that
right.
this came from West Africa. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, so
So
real
you know,
quick, real quick.
this is the breakdown of the spread in Portugal right here. You know what I mean?
Right.
Now that's like
And
super fine print. I can't see that, but they actually talking about this
yeah,
monkeypox. The monkeypox is called the MPXV. So we could
yeah, that's
call
the
it
monkeypox 15.
MPX. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You got
Right.
the MPX. You know,
Wow. That's a yeah, that's by Mazda. They make that. That's a new SUV.
or you got the MPV. You got that MPV.
Yeah, the old school MPV, the Mazda MPV. Hey,
You
because
got
Y'all
you
out
that
of
already
line.
had the
MPV.
Audi.
You know
Yep.
what?
Or
That's
the
it right there. That's the official. That's our official nickname for this shit. The MPV. You got the
The
yep.
MPV.
MPV.
Old school
God damn.
MPV. You got the
God
old
damn.
school.
You got the MPV.
The
You down? You down with
4-door.
MPV? Who down with MPV?
Man,
Yeah,
you
you got
know
the
me.
4-door drum. You got the 4-door drum.
Man, you know me. You know what MPV?
For
Man,
MPV. How can I? We
wowzers.
should make a rap about it.
Pound
MPV. How
sign.
can I explain it? You get the shit by laying with you.
Take it frame by frame.
Bitch after bitch, day after day and shit.
Hey, look, and just play it back to the beat, and we gotta get it cracking like chapped lips for sure.
Monkey,
Man,
look,
love
M is
y'all
for
for
monkey,
tapping
P
in.
is for pox.
So now look, this was MP. Now remember when they told us? Remember when they told us that the
Look,
bird flu was
M
coming
is for
back?
monkey, P is for pox, V is for virus.
Now earlier, what a month? How like a month ago, 2 months ago, we got our first case. People got the first case of bird flu, right? So you just
Right.
monkeys and birds, chickens, and now look, they got a chicken up here, right? Now see how they play with this article. They talking
Mm-hmm.
about the bird flu. They talking about the MPV, right?
Right.
And they got
Right.
a chicken up on the screen like chicken pox.
Right.
See how
Right.
they
Right.
playing with you and shit? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Hey, yo, ain't there a bunch of people still locked down in China? That'd be fucked
yeah.
up if monkeypox go over there and they already
Yeah.
locked down.
Nah, but they still locked down from that fiasco that was going on down there.
And whatever
Remember,
happened to
like
We
what
got
started
Omicron,
to
this
yo?
touch
whole
on some of this right here, man. We got to touch on
Fauci.
some of
right,
this, man.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah. Check this out.
Now remember
Now,
they said they didn't know why they was using these monkeys. Remember?
right.
They didn't know. They didn't.
Right.
It was undocumented research or non-clinical research. We don't know what he's doing. Right?
Right. Right.
Blasted by PETA for using monkeys in horrendous HIV experiments. So you think they ain't still doing that today?
Right.
You
We
know what I'm
don't know where
saying?
they was going. They ain't going there no more. Nope. We can't let them know. We can't. Nope. They'll follow the route. They'll know where we're at. They know where we are. They're onto us. Damn
If
it.
I'm not
Who
mistaken,
crashed?
that was
Who crashed?
1970. Listen, if I ain't mistaken, that was 1970 because I found an article earlier yesterday that connected Fauci to monkeypox way back in 1970, and that's the exact year when they came out with that Hep B vaccine for them gay people that gave them all AIDS and shit. Fauci was in on that AIDS thing, on the whole AIDS epidemic, and they blamed
Mm-hmm.
Africa. Same
Yeah.
year, same year.
Yeah.
You can look it
Yeah.
up. 69.
And even this situation, you see this
Yeah.
dude, he got that upper grin. You know how these people do with that upper grin. Look at that grin. You can't
Uh-huh.
trust that. That's the joint that they see when they be clutching their purse at the same time. He got the shiesty Karen grin right there, that upper grin. You
That's
know what
that
I'm
hole
saying?
in one. That's that hole in one
And
golf shot. I did it. I did it.
Yeah.
And then pumped up. You grab your fist. I did it.
that's when
Mm.
you got to speak to
He
your black
clutches wallet.
coworkers. That's
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 a
He
that
clutches wallet. He
that's
clutches
the I
wallet when
gotta
he
speak
walk
to my
by
black
and
coworkers
tighten his
grin
butt
right there.
cheeks.
Listen,
Yeah.
that's
He
that
tighten his butt cheeks.
celebratory grin that you see the coach with. You see when the player hits the game winning shot, you see the players in the crowd jumping around acting crazy, but you see the coach in the cut making that face right there. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? That's the
Mm-hmm.
celebratory
He's like,
grin
it's
right there.
working. It's working.
I got him. I
We're
got the
getting him.
room.
Grin.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Taylor Swift. Shout out to her. Never thought
So
of
yeah,
this
shout
possibility.
out
Yep.
to yes. How you say that? Salah Spliff.
Yeah.
Shout out to
Taylor
that
Swift.
sister.
Yep.
It's
At
some
Taylor
beautiful
Swift.
smart sisters out here. Shout out to the beautiful smart sisters
Yo, I
fighting the
found
good
some
Right.
on
fight.
YouTube, dog. There's an army of women coming to YouTube that is
Hey,
taking that
listen.
shit over.
Let me make this another disclaimer. If you're a beautiful sister fighting the good fight, and if your spirit is beautiful, let me quantify on it. If your spirit is beautiful, then link up with good brothers. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Don't be out here running around with niggas taking zanies and running down on vaccinated bitches. You know what I mean? Get you a strong,
For
solid
sure.
brother. Get you a strong, solid brother that's fighting a good fight, man. Like
Right.
Khalid said,
Righteous.
like Khalid Muhammad said, he said that a brother don't deserve none if he ain't fighting the good fight. If he not
That's
fighting for
right.
us, he don't deserve to get none. Now I done heard people
Right.
say a brother don't deserve none if he ain't making no money. But if a brother, he can have all the money in the world, but if somebody running in the house to hurt you and he don't lift a finger, you ain't gonna care
Right.
that he got a whole bunch of money. You can be done with him. So you shouldn't be
Uh-huh.
giving none to nobody who ain't fighting the good fight. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
If they ain't
Right.
standing up and speaking truth to power, fighting this system and trying to make this world a better place, they don't deserve
Right.
nothing. They don't deserve
Right.
none of you. You know what I'm saying?
Route.
But shout out to
Route.
the sisters that's fighting the good fight. Where this is
Right.
supposed to this right here.
Speak on it.
You want to take a crack at this right here? You want to read this?
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
got it.
Never thought it. You got it? Go ahead.
Yeah. Also, it's the same thing as shingle, herpes, Zooster virus is shingles. Chicken pox. Lots of people were getting shingles after the vax. Seems more likely to be vaccine injury rebranded to cover up the fact that the COVID vaccine caused shingles in lots of people. Well, damn. Wow.
God damn. Shout out to that
That's
sister.
right.
Shout out to
Damn.
the
Look,
sister fighting the
R.I.P.
good
my
fight.
mentor Khalid. Yes, yes, sir. Yes, ma'am. Excuse me. For surely.
Yes.
Hey, look. She said, "Rest in peace, my mentor Khalid." Shout out to
Yeah,
Copper
I got
Goddess.
the brother. I got the brother's book right over here, right behind the screen. Listen. Every time I listen to that brother, I get choked up, man. It's
Yeah.
like, man, it's amazing how it's like what they did to that brother. Not just what they did to him, but what they did to his son.
Mm,
You
right.
seen what they did to his son? Oh
Right.
man, that's another.
Keystone Tech and Rideshare Street Crap. They full of crap. Yep. Yep. Exactly. Shout out to Keystone 291.
Oh, yeah, we
Yep.
gonna
For
go in
sure.
on that. Man. We gonna go in on some ride share shit too. Listen, that's a whole nother can of worms. But let's get through this shit right here. We got
Right.
God
Wow.
Right.
damn, God the fuck
Mm-hmm.
damn. What the
Damn.
fuck?
Right.
She looked
What?
like Angelina
That's hard.
Jolie.
Could
Now,
have
all
been.
right, is this a real picture or is this one of them medical doctored up pictures?
Oh no, man.
Is
That
this one
That
of
ain't
those
shit
that.
Google?
hurt.
Is this one of those Google result pictures like when you Google some shit and they tell you the worst case scenario and you look at the picture and it's like, oh my god, is this one of these
Yeah.
pictures or is this
Nigga, if
a
there was
real picture?
somebody that looked like that, they would have that motherfucker in a bubble somewhere like they had Raymond Reddington when they first caught his ass. Deep
Yeah, you can't.
underground, in bomb-proof glass.
You ain't running down or nothing like that. Let's be honest.
Nah,
You ain't
dog.
running
Shit, it's
down or
somebody
nothing like
like this.
that.
Where you going, Bubble Baby? What's up,
I,
You
my
I,
know,
Bubble Baby?
niggas
The
in
my
jail
Seagrams
would
bitch. Hey, my
niggas in
Seagrams
jail
bitch.
would hit that,
Hey,
yo.
my bumpy face. You feel me? They would have been like bumpy face Seagrams bottle. What's
they
up with
wouldn't hit
my?
that. What they would do is they would pop. They would pop because there'd be a whole lot of popping going
Yeah,
on. And
them
Shit.
that's
motherfuckers would have turned it. He
bubble
said the
wrap.
photo
That's
fake. Hey,
she got the.
somebody would have
Yeah, I
turned
think
the
it is
lights
too.
out.
It looks fake. That's why I said it looked fake.
Yeah,
Even her
Is
yeah,
that
for
face,
sure.
monkeypox shit?
her face.
They gonna
Listen,
make it
her
real.
if her face looked like that, her facial expression wouldn't be like that.
Nah, she would have killed
Hey,
herself. A white
Her
woman and her
facial
face come
expression
up
is
looking like
fucked up.
that, and she was
Bumpy
pretty
Johnson
before.
looking. Yeah,
She
look,
was already
Seagram's
pretty and
bottle.
ended up like that. She wouldn't be able to handle that.
Bumpy
She'd kill
face.
herself.
She already dead. That's
It
her
wouldn't have
dead
never
look.
made it to this stage right here. Look, it would
Right.
have never made it to
They
that stage. But
Her
way
they
mouth
before
wouldn't
that,
be
she would
euthanized
have
her.
killed herself.
her mouth wouldn't be closed like that. Her mouth would be open like she like a corpse or
Uh,
something. You know what I'm saying?
she can't breathe. That is
She'd
a
have gave up
corpse.
on life. She'd have gave up on life like 100 bumps ago.
Yeah,
Oh yeah.
definitely,
You know what I'm
definitely.
saying?
Uh-huh.
It
Is
wouldn't have
this
made it
bump
to that.
getting big? Is this bump getting big? Yeah.
No,
Nah,
Yeah,
you
but
would
then
she's
have to
a
take
that
that off.
brings
baddie.
us to the question. That brings us to the question that is this even a real thing?
Right,
It's
right.
like we
Somebody
might
would have
go
turned the picture off.
we might go a whole thing and not even see anybody with real monkeypox, but they telling us this monkeypox. You see what they did for a cold.
Chickenpox was real, yeah, of
So
course.
they just shut the whole
But that's
world
no
down for
longer.
this shit, and you might not even see one person that look like this. That's
Yeah,
the crazy thing about all of this, how this shit go. You might not even see one
right,
person that look like this, and when they shut
right.
the whole world down.
Hey, but look, that's what I'm
This could
saying.
be a
But look,
fake fucking
read the
picture.
writing. Look. Let me take the writing right there where it says warning. This is a very disturbing picture. Yeah, after the fact. Anyway, when in God's name is something going to be done to halt this bullshit, we are being put right now. Warnings and predictions are bullshit from these people. It's a slow release program that we are allowing to happen before our very eyes. Now, I threw the very on there. Now, Bill Gates has warned governments to prepare for smallpox terror attacks in the future pandemics, and he is also investing billions into research and development. What is that? What does he know? And should we be concerned? Now, facts over fiction. Let's let that be. Let's let that be the
Let,
reason.
let's let's start
Hey, that
investing money into getting these dudes out of here. You
hey,
know,
that
we
wouldn't
got
be the same
Right.
Bill Gates that bought up all that farmland, would it? The biggest
right.
farm owner in the whole world now. That's Bill Gates.
Lord Gates,
Mm-hmm.
that's his name, Lord Gates, because
Lord
Yeah.
Gates,
he's more he's
LG.
moving like a lord right now. He's lording over people, landlord, agricultural lord, computer
Medical.
lord,
Mr. Depop,
virus
Mr.
lord.
Depop.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He says we're getting hit
Look,
with another pandemic in 2025.
the
we
Duke, he's the
already in
Duke
a
of America.
pandemic.
Bill Gates is
It,
the Duke of America, man. And
hey, when
just
did the
like
last one
Joe
end?
Biden Joe Biden is the president of Ukraine.
Right. Joe Biden is time.
He's not
For
the president
sure.
of America. He's the president of Ukraine.
He gave Ukraine all that bread, and we got $6 gas over here and hungry ass
And
babies.
we supposed to get and Ukraine flag and $20 Ukraine flags. Stop it.
Synthetic baby formula. Did you
And
see?
look, they,
All
they
of it's
sent all the
synthetic.
they sent all the baby formula to the Mexican border, and they bringing in baby formula from overseas over here for our babies. Where you think that's going to end up at? In the hood, I
In
guarantee
a
you.
class action
They
Out of
lawsuit,
bringing the baby
class action
formula.
lawsuit, like the last shit.
They giving the baby formula to people that they've been using to thin that herd over there. They bringing it over here.
uh-huh.
Look. We got something for that too. We got some natural baby formula coming up. We got to
Now,
slide
so
on
now
that
look,
too.
now they're saying that this shit is in Boston. First
Yep.
case is in Boston, confirmed.
Yeah.
Shout out to Boston. Shout out to Boston.
Well, Boston is far away, but it ain't that far away.
Hell
You know
no.
what I mean?
Boston is
Yep.
New England. New England is right next to us. Connecticut and
Yeah,
all of that.
yeah.
Michigan.
Yep. Would it be
Boston is like
costing
an
in
8 hour
Boston?
drive. Boston is like 8, 9 hour drive from here.
And our weather comes from that direction.
Uh
So,
huh.
so they
See,
be trying to
I would
blow
have known that.
some MPV down on us.
Oh man, getting hit with the
Now look, every time now
MPVs.
look at this dude right here. Lord Gates warns of smallpox terror attacks. Right, just like you said. So,
Right.
what kind of terror attack? Who's terrorizing somebody with this? Now, remember a couple of
Going
months
around.
ago.
Boo.
Remember we broke the story. Remember we broke the story that they found smallpox in Moderna's was that Moderna or one of
Facility.
them? What that was
Facilities.
Moderna,
Yeah.
wasn't it? They found it
Right. It was. Hold on.
in the
I'll pull the
in a
video up.
drawer. They
No, in
found it in a
Philly. They
drawer.
found it in Philly in a science lab in one of the
Yep. It was
classrooms.
in
Yeah,
Philly.
I think it was like Moderna. It
Right.
was Moderna, one of them.
Matter of fact, it was the same week that we did the monkey story. It was that same
Yeah,
week.
Right.
yeah,
Yeah, because he was mentioning it. Yep. Because we
Yeah.
was
yep.
mentioning it. Because you had brought. You're the one who brought it up. You was like,
That story
hey,
went
you,
away
you heard
quick
about
as a
that?
motherfucker. That story
Yep.
went away
It
quick.
sure in the fuck did.
Now look,
They said we need
like you said, look, monkeypox is
for
like an
sure.
aerosol airborne. Studies indicate
Right.
monkeypox
Right.
aerosol is stable up to 90 hours,
That
remaining
is not
effective
what they
during.
said yesterday.
Now this is
See?
7 hours ago.
Look, that's what I'm saying.
These is
Right.
conflicting
Right.
stories, and of course, we just like when we first dug in on this story, they switched the story
Right.
in real time right in front of us.
I got a question for you, right?
Right.
If an article
Right.
popped up on my computer about Moderna the same time that you said the word Moderna, would I be a liar?
No,
Nope.
you,
You
that
got.
would,
Nah. Your
that's
speaker works. Your speaker works.
Moderna says it's starting to work on a monkeypox vaccine. 38 minutes ago.
Oh man. Yep.
38 minutes ago.
Yeah. They had to say. If they would have said like 3 minutes ago, you would have been like, "Oh no."
I'm
So now
literally
look,
watching
they
the
put it-
internet and watching monkeypox stories pop up as you're talking.
look at
Of
this
course.
little summary
On your
article right
device.
here: aerosol suspension and rotation chamber. What is an aerosol
Right.
suspension? What is that?
That sounds like some shit Michael
Yes.
Jackson lived in or something.
Aerosol suspension and rotating chamber.
What the fuck,
Right.
man?
You see what I'm saying?
Can y'all see that?
Look.
Viral
Yeah.
aerosol can have major impact on public health
public health
on
and
the
the dynamic
dynamics
of
of
infection.
infection.
Yep. Once
Once
aerosolized,
All I know is if
viruses
they
are
do this
subjected to
bullshit, I
various
want a
stress.
stimulus check tomorrow. I
Look,
want a stimulus check. Fuck it. I'll sit in the
look,
house for
look,
another year.
look. It says viruses are subjected to various stress factors, and their integrity and potential of infectivity can be altered. Empirical characteristics. Hold on, let me blow the size up real
Hold up.
quick.
Everybody be quiet. Listen. Uh, breaking news just popped up on Fox. A foiled plot. FBI reveals ISIS plan to assassinate George
Yep, George
Bush.
Bush. Yep. I was gonna send
Hush,
you that
hog, I
shit. I
smell
meant to
that.
send you that shit. Yeah. Yeah, that
Yeah.
shit is crazy, man. Now when the
Hey.
fuck did this? Now again, look, all of this is happening. All of these stories is running while these people is determining our fate, what they're gonna do with our health sovereignty.
Hell
You
yeah.
can't tell me that's not a distraction.
Right. Right. Right.
So,
Look,
so,
check
so
it
all
out.
of a sudden
Airborne
now y'all
viruses
just
were
caught. Now all of a sudden y'all just caught some people that try to assassinate Bush.
Hey, to be a little serious too, y'all, I think they're trying to get us to
right.
stop reproducing. And that might be what this whole Roe versus Wade shit is about, and this
Well,
monkeypox shit being that it's
the,
caused through
No, that's what that
sexual
whole
transmission.
Atlanta shit was about.
Huh?
well, the
Yeah, that's what that
Roe
whole
versus
Atlanta
Wade is about. Roe versus
shit
Wade is
was
about
about.
white people keeping their numbers up because like for a lot of times we always report on how studies say in the future that this country is going to be predominantly black or brown, and
Yeah.
the one of the ways that white people keep their numbers up is when they can enforce or play with the abortion laws.
I
So if
think
they
it's
take
more
a
about
white
them keeping our numbers down though.
exactly. See now, think about it.
Yeah, they
Now
do
look,
that
now
shit
look, now
with
look at what they did before Roe versus Wade came out. You had Amazon, the wife of the Amazon czar, the Lord of Amazon. She put out $750 million specifically for black women to get abortions, so they can exterminate black children, right? Then they come with this Roe versus Wade shit, banning abortions and predominantly in white states, right? So the thing is, keep our numbers down, keep their numbers up, so that we remain the minority. You know what I'm saying? So they don't care nothing about life. They actually benefit from having a plethora of aborted fetuses at their disposal. You know what I'm saying? But
But you
they
know,
saying this because
right,
they
right.
want to increase white numbers. They want to keep white people's numbers high, and while at the same time they're giving black people the green light to kill yourself. You know what I'm saying?
it's funny how the orange man wants to
Yeah.
kill that shit too. Everybody hated him.
Right.
You should have heard
Hey,
what Biden
that's
said
all
about
right.
Trump back in the
And the
day.
orange
Cause,
mafia, right now.
yeah,
But look at this bull
Uh-huh.
right here. This is the bull that now, mind you, I just want to point out right here. This is Mr. Ding right here, Eric Ding, and he was reporting alongside us back in
Right.
January of this year, and this is him again.
Right.
Showing the whole 90-hour, infectious time period of this of potential aerosol bullshit. You know what I mean? So
Right. Right.
and like I put that up because he was saying that we get our weather, especially on the East Coast, we get a lot of our weather from Canada, Boston, Connecticut, that area, and it comes down. So if you're trying to tell me that this shit is in the
Right.
air, right, for 90 hours, right? Is it possible that it could just be
Yep.
blown down the eastern seaboard? Is that possible?
Right. Or put in the water by
Or,
somebody
you,
that
or
took
at
a
least, or
shit
at least you
that had
want us to think,
monkeypox.
or at least you want us to think that. I know that. That might not be possible, but they definitely want us to
Right.
think that. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Definitely want us to
Right.
think that. And again, this is
Mm-hmm.
the same post right here, connecting the
It
dots.
has the
And
potential. It
I
has the
wanted
potential.
to highlight
Oh
this
yeah.
shit right
Look.
here.
we're
We
gonna have
gotta
some more
highlight this.
breadcrumbs by tomorrow morning. Everybody's gonna notice a little something more by the time the next day comes. Because when you get to sit down and look at shit, you start to look
Oh,
at shit that you.
I thought you meant on my Cash App. Yeah, speaking of which, there's some more breadcrumbs. Like, hold on. Speaking of
Nah,
which,
but tomorrow morning you're gonna be like, damn, you're gonna see something that you overlooked.
yeah, if you would donate,
Now,
right.
and just pointing out that
Let us
this
not
is
overlook that
happening,
point.
that all of this stuff is happening around the holiday of Beltane. You know what I'm saying? You
Right,
know,
right,
and the different rituals that are happening. We discussed that. And
And
these people
plenty
was
of them.
talking about the source lore.
right,
I mean,
Plenty of them. Every
right.
day.
so, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying?
And to
Like,
show you that they don't play about this shit, to show you they don't play about this shit,
so let's look at some of these numbers here. Now,
Uh-oh,
remember
mathematics.
it means
early on we
something to
talked about
somebody.
we seen these numbers. We seen that number 55, right? We seen 55 up there, right? So it's not a coincidence
Right,
that the city of Canton burned, right, where people are getting burned
right.
with this, monkey shit, right? Is happening
Understand me?
here. So
Yeah.
50. Remember, we seen this number 55. This the Interstate 54, right? The document that we opened up with was the World Health Organization 57, Article 57. You know what I mean? Of course, 36 in gematria, is the three sixes like the devil. You know what I'm saying? We know this. You know,
Oh,
covered that plenty of times. So, and you see 167. Now, of course, 67 times 1 in gematria is 67 again. And 67 equals blood sacrifice. You know what I'm saying? Now, of course, some of these other numbers that I'm not going to get into, they also have some connection. But, we got to dig deeper on a later build. You know what I mean? But I'm going to move forward. You know what I'm saying? Switzerland,
right, right,
41.
right.
Then you see Switzerland equals 41. Now, of course, a lot of these people do things in Switzerland. So that's why you hear about the Swiss bank account, hold on. The Swiss bank account, people who are part of different nefarious groups, they got to go to Switzerland to get, different rankings. You know what I'm saying? So,
Hey, real quick, while you on the subject of Switzerland, guess who's hiding out over in Switzerland right now?
oh,
Jack
Mm-hmm.
Maxey. This guy has gigabytes of information from Hunter Biden's laptop, and the two top tech guys in the world deciphering it over in Switzerland right
Damn.
now. They're
mhm.
hiding out.
Sitting over there with them people over there in Switzerland. I
Hiding
ain't even
out. They're saying
surprised.
they're going to reveal it all.
Oh shit.
Now you see in 41.
Oh,
Now we covered this number 41
who are
plenty
those
of
people?
times in reference to coronavirus, outbreaks, people dying,
Kobe,
Beltane, what I
Kobe,
mean, Kobe, ritual
Kobe.
sacrifice. They just had the 41 gun salute for the Queen for Beltane.
Right.
So, this is Switzerland,
Right,
equals 41 in gematria. You know what I'm saying? Again, the
right,
corroborating
right, right.
evidence helps to support these numbers, to help you to see what you're looking at. Now, again, the story with the monkeys, broken Danville, PA, Danville, Pennsylvania.
Right, right.
You see it says 42 right there, right off the bat, 41,
Yep.
gematria. You know what I'm saying? 11, we see that symbolism. You know what I'm saying? 57, again, with the memorandum that we read. You know what I mean? The 57th World Health Organization. So
Right.
you see these same numbers, and all of the things that we discussed
Mm-hmm.
here. It's not, and again, not a coincidence. You know what I'm saying? So we're going to move a little
Right,
forward.
right, right, right.
Macaque monkeys. Look, 55 and 64. Remember, those are numbers that you highlighted right there, in reference to the subject. You know what I'm saying? Again, with the 41. You know what I'm saying? You know, Same shit. You know what I mean? So all of these stories all have the same corroborating evidence.
Mm-hmm.
163, 63 times 1, and 63 again. Of course, we know with the three sixes. You know what I mean? And 71 over there on the right side, reverse full reduction. 71 is a number in reference to sacrifice. Just like the blood sacrifice. 64, 64 squares on the chessboard. You know what I'm saying? And of course the 55. Dealt
Mm-hmm.
with the 11, and of course we did the shooting, the Brooklyn shooting video where they showed us all of the 55 law ritual. You know what I mean? 5, 55, and 63 and three sixes.
Mm-hmm.
That's why the shit happened at 63rd Street Station. They put all the same symbolisms in there. So this is the full phrase. of the monkeys. Now remember, Simon's macaque monkeys, it was 100 of them, right?
Right.
And so, and right there, and right
Right.
there in the full reduction gematria, that phrase equals 100. And remember, they said 97 of them was accounted for. In Jewish reduction gematria, that equals 97.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Can't make this shit up. You know, and it's
Mm-hmm.
worded this way like that for a reason. You know, keep showing that. You know what I'm saying? Go to the. Now, this is a pretty short slide. You know, I'm
Mm-hmm.
just really reiterating some of these number shit, not really going too deep into it. Just showing, you know, how it's always present. You know
Mm-hmm.
what I'm saying? Always
Hey,
present.
Biden's coming on at 8:15 to talk about this school shooting. This is going to be connected to some type of policy in the future or something, or some type of
Mm-hmm.
argument to have something
Most
passed.
definitely.
Promising you that. We're just
Man,
going to look
that's
into the
if
camera
people.
and
Yeah, people. It means something. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I can't wait to hear
Depending
this
on what his
bullshit,
color
man.
was and what he be doing.
I might live stream it.
Yeah, I mean, look, we pretty much,
I want to see
wrap
people
this
without
up.
their mask.
You know,
Oh, we got monkeypox solved. We basically just
yeah, this is
shit.
pretty much done, the done deal right here. You know,
Yeah.
we wrap this up. You know, so we could jump on the next shit, whatever. You know what I
Look at
mean?
take a
But
look at this school shooting and see what you come up with. Shit, this is brand new shit right here. This happened while we was on the stream.
well, yeah, well, look, let's close this joint up, and then we can make
Oh,
another
whatever.
stream. You know, this joint is a solid 2 hours. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, this
You
is a
know
good one here,
that's
man.
this
This
is
is a
our
good one
Right,
right
right,
here.
findings
right.
on the subject. You know, I hope the
Yeah,
information that we presented is clear, concise, and palatable. You know, for y'all. You know, go back and
right,
check. You know, part two and part one. You know, watch them all in, like how you watch the movie trilogy. You know what I'm saying? Be wrapping this thing up. You know,
right,
there's more than enough reason to have
right,
some questions to feel some scrutiny, you know, for what the mainstream media is telling you. You know what I'm saying? A lot of this shit is straight up bullshit. We caught these people in several lies. You know what I'm
right,
saying? They trying to set the stage for us to go back and to lockdown and be
right,
scared and all that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, now
right.
is your time to shine. Now is your time to step up, be vocal about it. You know, don't go for the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what they're trying to get you to go for. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
You
Let me
know,
add something before you close out too. For the handful of people that came in here and watched this, if in the future that we find out that these two things are connected, well, you were here to view when the story was broken, the first people on earth to expose it. You were here to
right,
see it live, so you get the bragging rights. That's it.
right.
It might be nothing at all, We're just
Right.
making a video. We don't know shit, but
Uh-huh.
breadcrumbs are breadcrumbs.
Well, hey, look.
Breadcrumbs are breadcrumbs.
Right.
You know, and that's why
Look.
we try to make it clear for the people that's going to say that we're going to reach, because this ain't us reaching.
Hell
This
no.
is them. This is these people.
No.
They making the connection. We just showing y'all how they're making the connection with this. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They're making
All,
the connection. They're
Now.
putting
all
the
this
news
news
articles
came from
out.
Right.
somebody else. It didn't
Right,
come from us.
right. They're making the
Right.
connection with
Right.
this. And just like Reese said in the video, he said if this transpired to the
We're
next
just
pandemic, you know what I'm
reaching.
saying?
Yeah.
And it's like that's what this is looking like, you know. And right
Right.
now, as these people discuss our fate or what they're going
Right.
to do or how what sovereignty they're going to take from us or who's going to be able to be the next lawgiver, you know, they're having an audition for the next
Right.
Moses. You know what I
Right.
mean? You
And
know,
so far, the numbers are at
Right.
47. So we'll see what the numbers are in America later on tonight when in 11 o'clock news or 1
well,
a.m.
we know that the square at the compass in the Masonic logo is set to 47 degrees. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So the
Guaranteed.
square and the compass is what make the logo, and the logo is set at 47 degrees. You know what I'm saying? So just like your man Joe Biden us some time, or joint operation environment Biden us some time, has 47 years in politics, and he went up against Trump when he was 74. You know, and the birth of this country is supposed to be 7-4, right? You know, so you already know how these people play with these numbers. You know what I'm saying?
And
But
they say Trump is the 13th real president. So there
right,
you have it.
Right.
right.
Something
So
like that.
with that said, you know what I
Right.
mean? We can wrap this up.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Um, this is the
Yep.
part where we drop our
Hey,
little talking points, you know what I'm saying, catchphrases and all of that.
Well, let me get out of here first because I'm
right,
hungry as hell.
right.
I see you niggas later. Hit me up. You
For
know what I'm
sure.
saying?
Yeah.
I'm about to go on this internet and look at
For,
monkeypox
for sure.
all day long and see what I can find. And look, if we land on another bomb, let's join up and do another video later,
Yeah,
man.
we gotta do it again, man. Look, we just presenting the information as it
Right.
comes, man. You see real time that this story is
That's right.
unfolding by the second. You know what I'm saying? We can't even get
Mm-hmm.
the information out
Right.
as it's changing. And that's
All
just
right,
how
man. I'm out,
that's how
y'all.
the whole story started, man.
I'm
But you
out, y'all.
know,
Right.
all right,
Right.
man, we
For
about to
sure.
start signing off. I
Right.
know I know you got your talking point, you know, I like to sign off for my shit, you know what I'm
Right.
saying?
For sure.
I say peace and benedictions, you know. What's the other shit
Right.
that oh yeah, I wanted to say this. Before I say that, I wanted to say this. That when you come across vital information, it is your moral
Right.
obligation to share it with the nation. You know what I'm saying? I say
Right.
peace and benedictions. Only you can prevent cognitive dissonance. We out, man. You
Right.
can cut it off. I gotta go to the bathroom, man. You cut it off.
For sure. Man. Hey. Words without action have no meaning. And if it takes a village, we built this one. The truth has
Truth
no
is undefeated.
adversary.com.
Yeah,
Right.
truth
The
is
truth is
undefeated
undefeated.
and is very much needed. Just made that up.
Yes.
Yeah.
Most definitely. For sure. Love y'all. Sign up. Share if you care. Look, share even if you don't care. There's somebody that cares enough for the both of us. I love y'all. Salewa, EJ Mausiku. Buenos noches. Good
I
night.
say.
Ashe. Peace.
Hey.